As Diana sits, she watches the circuits of shadows, excitement, wonder, and a good old time. Come for the show. Stay for the newfound purpose in life. But what she knows is on the flip side. Are you a beloved member or troop dead? For a mere 50 gold coins. Crows. Coins? Coins? Coins! Oh, the Mortician of 13 Crypt. Street Eclipse City can return you to full vigor.
From buying your first box of minis and paint to being a competent player at the gaming table, we have you covered.
We play every miniature game at a heroic level. We'd like to take a moment and thank our sponsors and Patreons that keep the channel going, plus you for watching the videos. Be heroic and click that subscription button. Hello everybody and welcome to another Moonstone Battle Report. This one's actually going to be cool because I don't have to play. I've got David here as normal. You've seen him on. He's played his Lesser Vault, played a bunch of different ones. We've got Will from the local community. So Will is hopping on with us. I've done the fairies, he's done the Lesser Vault, and Will has a lot of goblins. And so he is going to hop on. First off, before we let them kind of get rocking and rolling, thanks to all the patrons up in the top corner over there because I can't see which way is which. Without them, couldn't keep actual lights on and be able to have my wife let me do some of the things I do. So greatly appreciate them. And then all the sponsors, greatly appreciate them for being able to help us play a bunch of the different games we do. And then a shout out to actually Goblin King Games because they have helped sponsor a lot to really bolster and make me feel like I am cherished a little bit. So from that standpoint, they just make me feel good. So we enjoy doing the content, so we're going to rock it out. We always have fun with it. I am going to flip it to a top-down view and then get them set up on the table right quick. And then they will actually do their norm of doing introductions of what they brought of their 8 and do the pick out of the 5. You'll see where the moonstones are, and we'll get this thing rocking and rolling.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Do this here. Moving around. Camera's going to be funky, but it's okay. All righty. So... Will, anything you want to say in particular before you get rocking and rolling?
Man, it's just an honor to be here.
It's an honor to be
An honor to be here.
Well, we are glad you're here. Thank you
some
very
goblins
much.
on the camera, right?
Yes, we're going to get some goblins rocking and rolling. So we are going to set up, as normal when we set these things up, we've got it rocking and rolling. Diana was sitting there. She's going to be watching this because she's paying people to steal stones for her. They just don't know it. And then we've got it rolled out. We're trying a little bit different of a picture this time, removing some of the trees so the front angle is a little more open. So we'll see how that goes. We'll take and let's see here. So the next one is we're going to come back to this and I will flip it here. And David, if you would like, I'm going to give it a second because it's going to take a moment. Boom. If you want to go over the 8 that you have brought.
Yeah. So I brought today. Still digging into the Lesser Vaults here. So I got a couple new characters I haven't been on the stream yet. I've got all Cultists, and then I think one special guest is Noel. But from Eric to Kavanaugh, I have Eric the Enlightened. I have Klaus and Reagan, a little duo. I have Blue Bard, the friendly giant. He's very friendly, as we'll find out later. I have not Eric the Enlightened. I have Brother Daniel. He's going to be a really key support character, I think, and maybe we can zoom in on his little sign later. There's a rivalry that's been going on for a while. I've been brewing. I also have Noel, the troll, and Callista, a little spirit back here, right there. And then lastly, but not least, is little Kavanaugh here, and he's going to scoot in. He's going to poke in and say, "Hey, don't forget about me."
I'm letting him see the sign. That's what I wanted to see.
So yeah, let's see.
Oh, they don't have to move it. I've already got it.
Doug is a bad dog. All right.
Oh my goodness gracious! All right, we're gonna take and flip it over to Will's side. Sorry for the camera bump. And there you go. You can go over what you got.
All right, so all the way from Eclipse City, I have brought the Goblin King. So he feels as though people need to pay taxes on their moonstone. They need to give him what he's due. So I brought the tax collector to ensure this. I also brought Doug, his top soldier, who goes out and hires other goblins. I have another soldier, Vicious Sid, another soldier, Fire Spitter, and last but not least, the last soldier I have is Portly Pete, who's very unique, like to wake up and do some crazy things. I also have the Mortician, who's actually become a great character for me because he's able to bring my last character, Joby, back to life.
Cool. So that is the 8 on 8. As normal, when we do these battle reports, we always keep it to, I guess, match play competitive. I don't know what really the key word is to use in this because this game to me is more fun than competitive, to be honest. I know it's set for 6 and just casual play. You can play multiplayers, but the way I guess in a setting of a event run, we'll just say an event. An event, you bring 8, you choose 5, and you rotate that way. We're going to keep in that same fashion. So they have introduced their 8. We have rolled the dice pre-set, so moonstones are set, and you'll see them from above. You can see them now. Will won the dice roll, chose priority based on the way streaming magic works. I told them which side they're going to set on, so they just stuck with it. And so, who is the first one that's going to deploy first? Is
It was the good guys. So Lechabal.
Lechabal.
Yeah. So we So I have a feeling that my goblin opponent. So just a little background. So Will and I, Will got me into this game. He's been running goblins, and hopefully he'll talk a little bit more about it as he's deploying them. But I've been playing for about a year, and Will and I have, I don't know, probably over 50 games probably we played against each other.
Yeah, it's been
So this is just an ongoing, just a feud, a battle, best of 99 type of thing we have going on here. So we have a lot of fun. We try to play competitive as we can. But I think the Lechabal, I think barely just a little bit over right now. But the Goblins have been making a big comeback with the recent release. I'm hoping Will can show off a lot of tactics with his guys in a second. So firstly, I'm gonna start with Brother Daniel. He's just somebody I just recently finished up, and he's an excellent support character. So if you notice on his card here shortly,
Cool.
so my Brother Daniel is he's basically going to be somebody that I'm going to use to pass energy. The Lechabal need somebody to give them a bonus energy to do a lot of their special abilities. So he's a pretty key support character. I'm going to have him back. He's gonna have a big target on his back. He's got a signed kind of intimidating dog over there, so that's what he's gonna be doing in this game.
All right. So yeah, Dave's right. We've been playing a lot. The Lechabal, I started out, I took a lot of losses to Lechabal until I really figured out how to play the Goblins. And they're dirty, they're very tricky, and that's the thing, you gotta play very dirty, very tricky with them, make the fight unfair. So because he has placed this crazy cultist who here's a narrator apparently with a sign about my dog, I'm going to put Doug.
We got Doug up. Anything you want to mention about Doug's card? Well, we've got it up on the stream here for him.
Okay, so Doug's he's a great frontline character. He has a melee range of 3. He can charge. He does extra damage on piercing. And then they don't call him Doug the Flatulent for no reason. He has a pulse attack that can actually damage other characters, still magical damage, but he damages himself as well. And another good thing about Doug is the fact that he doesn't have to waste energy per se to pick up moonstones. He actually pays 1 and he digs. And I flip an arcane card with him, and based on a number, he digs that deep. But on the downside, if I draw a catastrophe, he hurts himself and other models within 2 around him. So it's kind of a cost benefit type thing with Doug. But he's a great character, and he clearly he's caused a lot of damage to Lechabal.
Cool. All right. So next up, I think I'm going to go with old Lubard. So Lubard is a nice friendly giant. Let me get his card here. So he another character recently finished recently. He's an excellent frontliner. The drawback is he's blind. So he requires having a buddy close to him to do jog actions. He's also a predictable combatant, so it's kind of to balance out. So he's a real mean guy, and there's a big target on him right now. I know that for sure. I'm looking over there. So Will brought Fire Spitter, who's kind of the anti giant. So I'm just gonna tuck him back here for a second. The other reason I'm bringing him is he works really well with Brother Daniel. So if you notice on Lubart's card, he has an ability called Righteous Fury. It costs 3 energy. Lubart only starts with 2 energy. So in order for him to really go off, you need the support of Daniel. So they work really well with each other. Again, excellent frontline giant, just a beat stick. So we'll see how this goes.
Not only that, but let's be really honest. Lubar's hit the table because he's earned his stripes, right?
That's right. Yeah.
He is one of his David's freshly painted models, which he does an amazing job with. All right, well, who's
All
next?
right, so after seeing Lubar, normally I would bring out Vicious Sid because and Daniel, and Laura, reason why there's actually a good little story about Vicious Sid with Daniel, and he's doing his little thing, but because I really want to collect some taxes, I'm going to bring out the tax collector. And I'm actually going to place her right here next to Doug. Now, this character is a real good moonstone manipulator. She gets stronger if opponents are carrying moonstones. She can cause an opponent to stay still, or if they choose not to, they pay her energy. She can attack an opponent with a moonstone, and with her unique attack, she can actually take the moonstone from the opponent unless they pay her in energy. She can move people with moonstones unless they pay her energy. So she's one of those moonstone manipulators. She's real strong. She can heal teammates X+2, where X is the number of moonstones that they're carrying. So she actually can serve as a great healer for my team as well.
Cool. Your next one, sir?
All right. So the show is not complete unless I bring the clown. So I'm going to bring Kavanaugh. So I brought Kavanaugh on some previous matches. I've been gravitating towards Kavanaugh as of late because he's I don't see him a lot. I don't see him played a lot, but he's a really powerful utility piece in that he can steal energy, which is really important as far as reducing actions of your opponent. But he also can make your opponent drop moonstones, and also importantly, he can give energy out to your teammates. So somebody I just enjoy bringing. He also got a new keyword with the rogue keyword, so I'm hoping some of these new releases coming out might have a rogue, and I get to see what I get to do with this guy at some point. But I like the model a lot, and he just goes well with the cultists.
Which one?
Kavanaugh.
Oh, Kavanaugh. Okay.
Kavanaugh.
He looks like he's still in the bunch.
He's
Clowning around.
clowning
I
around.
got you.
still moves some guys back.
All right. The next model I'm gonna bring out, which I like to call the man, myth, the legend, is the Goblin King. He's a great support character. He actually hits very hard. He does +2 to impact. Even though he's a weakling, he can deal a lot of damage. One of the strongest things about him is he's actually stingy. So if other goblins are carrying moonstones, he can snatch it from them. So he can hold all the moonstones for me while my goblins are setting up walls for me to protect him while he's either running or planning his attack. And he can also basically use his scepter to pop another goblin across his head to make them activate again. So he'll damage a goblin, but he's basically telling him, hey, get out there and do some more work for me. So I actually like him. He's a great support piece for me.
Cool.
I'm going to leave Goblin King up there a little longer, just so if you miss some of that, you can still read. All right, so who am I going to go with next? So I have, I've brought Brother Daniel. I've brought Eric the Enlightened in like every single game I think I've played on the stream. Maybe like all but one.
Your nickname is Eric by now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna resist the draw. Just the I think I'm gonna go with all right. I'm gonna go Reagan. I'll go with Reagan. She's another cultist, and just another excellent support piece to have in your troop. She can lay down tree patches to block line of sight, just kind of stop movements. Hopefully we'll see what this new tree folk faction's all about. Maybe I can use her with them eventually. But she goes really well with Klaus, so you're probably going to see Klaus as well. So just a good support caster and just kind of a good all around model. That's Reagan.
All right. So the next mod I'm gonna put out is going to be the Mortician. Um, so I like the Mortician with this group because you'll see why here in a minute. But he's actually a good healer, and he can bring my characters back. In particularly, the next one I will put out, which works very well with the Mortician. He's a slow mover. That's the one downfall about him. He moves real slow, but he can heal. And if, per se, these Lesser Vault happens to kill goblins, when I replenish, I get an extra energy for every friendly character that's dead. So that helps him out a lot. He also has an ability where if I think costs 3 energy, where I can basically cause rigor mortis on an opposing character and take all the energy basically to just sitting ducks. So I will bring him out. He's my next one out.
All right, who's that fifth one there?
So last but definitely not
Gonna
least,
be here.
well, it's Klaus. Mr. Klaus. Klaus and Reagan are kind of pretty much stapled together. They can't leave a home without him. We're gonna put him. He's got a pretty far way to go there. We're just gonna just flare him out right here, I guess. That's fine. All right, and let me put Klaus's card up there. So lots of text on his card, but the thing I want you to keep in mind is he's just a frontline brawler. He has a special ability called Protection, which just lets him reduce a single instance of damage once per turn. And then he has a really strong ability to cause catastrophes around him as long as he has enough energy. So that's gonna be another one of my fighters up there. So I would say two really decent frontline fighters, and then two primarily support characters, and then Kavanaugh, who's just the wild card. That's my troop so far. Yep.
All right, the last person I'm going to put out here is Joby, and so Joby's one of the unique characters. He's Dominion, but he's also part of the new faction that will be coming out. He's a Shade. One thing about Joby is he wants to die. He wants to die because he's going to come back. The Mortician will bring him back. He works very well with the Mortician. Another thing about Joby is he's the one character I'm going to use to get these deep moonstones. He can get them. I paid 3. No matter what depth it is, I get it. If I use the same ability, even if he's engaged, he can take a moonstone. Not just that, he has an ability called the Cunning Plan, where I play 1 energy and I just toss the moonstone 2 inches anywhere I want to. And it kills him. And that's not a bad thing because that's what Joby wants to do. He wants to die because he's going to come back. So I really like running Joby. There's certain ways I like to run them. And also, in combination with the tax collector, they can be very, very crucial late game. There's been plenty of games me and Dave has played where Dave might have had victory snatched from him because of Joby, because Joby can actually shoot his pistol. But instead of declaring a green, I can declare a catastrophe, making the opponent drop the moonstone, and it kills Joby, which is what Joby wants to do. So,
all right, yeah. So, yeah, and again, we'll talk more about it. But the list that Will's bringing is one I've been really impressed by. So I think Will may have mentioned it already, but the new Death and Taxes box that came out really brought out the goblins with the starter box goblins. So the characters you might pick up in the starter box, picking up the Death and Tax box with Joby, the Tax Collector, really kind of bring out the best in his characters, and especially Goblin King.
I think that through, I guess, the start collecting box that gives you the set, so you have everything.
Yep.
Plus the new tax collector.
Yes.
The only thing you're missing is Goblin King, which is in a different box, right?
Goblin King, he's in the Goblin City box.
Goblin City box, but
Yes.
you're basically getting the core of what you're playing with.
Yes.
With that setup. That's actually really cool. That's a good way to get into it.
Yeah.
Yes, and hopefully I get the shenanigans to go well for me. That's because that's what goblins want to do. You want to do shenanigans. As you can see, I clearly look outmatched, but the shenanigans kind of and turn it around very fast.
Alrighty. He's setting up all these models to watch. Yeah, set them
So-
over there to watch. They get used. You can put a weird on so that's
Yeah, I'm
the
a.
game's not gonna be it. Name's not gonna really go to that side, I don't think.
I refuse to put goblins next to Eric the Liar
That's okay. Eric's behind Diana if you see that.
or Eric the Weak.
Alrighty, here we rock and roll. Yeah, you've got priority, so rock and roll it. Or you can go over there.
I'm going to elect for Dave to go first.
All right, cool. All right, so first things first, I'm going to activate Brother Daniel. So Brother Daniel, he's I want to get him to dig stones early and hold stones. Once he has stones, he's able to pass out energy. The other ability that Brother Daniel has is an ability called Plant the Placard. It's an ability that I can use to make my troop do a movement. It's a 6-inch pulse, and put around for a tape measure. I'm going to borrow that tape measure, and I'm just going to check range here. So about there. Okay. So if I do Plant the Placard, I'm not able to do any more jogs, jog and erection step. So I'm going to activate Brother Daniel first. I'm just going to go ahead and get him out there. I think I placed Claus list a little too far, but that's okay. So we're just going to jog over to the top of this stone here, just on the other side. I'm going to spin 1 to dig. So Brother Daniel now has a stone. I'm going to put a little blue marker next to him. With my remaining 2 energy, I'm going to use this ability called Plant the Placard. And the way Plant the Placard reads is 6-inch pulse once per turn. Move all other friendly characters within the pulse up to 1 inch. So it's just a free 1-inch step with all my guys. So you can almost say it's like worth 4 energy. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm going to check range of everybody. So everybody should be in range except for Klaus. He's just barely up. So we'll come back to Klaus a little later. All right, so let's move the giant 1-inch.
And then move towards the placard.
The way it reads is move all friendly characters in the pulse. So it's just a pulse, and they just move an inch.
So she can move any direction an inch.
Yep.
Which is really cool. But they have to see it or no?
They have to be just within the pulse.
Oh,
The pulse.
that's cool.
Yeah. Pulse does not require line of sight. So if there's stuff in the way, it's fine.
I ran into something the other day that somebody had brought a gentleman that tosses coin bags, but you have to see the coin bags.
Yeah, Kaufman.
Yes.
And
All right, and that is Brother Daniel. And then it's your turn. Well,
so it's my turn. Yes. All right, so I'm going to activate Joby first, and Joby's actually going to run towards this 4-depth moonstone. So I'll jog up here. And so Joby has an ability called This Is Mine. That's mine, this is mine, where he pays 3 energy. And by paying 3 energy, he can just pick up the moonstone at any depth. So I will pay that 3 to pick it up, and I'll put these tokens to show that he has a moonstone.
so I'm just going to interrupt Will real quick. So something we didn't mention was the depth of the moonstone. So Will, he just dug a 4-depth moonstone. Some of the moonstones here are 1s, a 3, and a 2. But yeah, so what? Go ahead. I'll let you keep going with it. But just mark that it was a depth 4. So it's really strong ability that we'll just use. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the goal is to get the moonstone and throw it back when he activates again. Joby, and Dave probably knows this, so it's not a big secret. He's gonna try to activate 2 more times this turn. So that's the goal.
All right. Is that Joby? Joby's all done.
That's Joby.
All right. All right. So who are we gonna go with next? Let's just go ahead and go with Klaus. I need Klaus to get in the fight. He's pretty far away, so he's got some movement to get to. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a jog with Klaus. Just a 4-inch jog. And I think I'm gonna step twice. I'll step once and then I'll rest once. I'll rest on 2. And that is Klaus.
Okay. I think the next person I'm gonna go with is actually going to be Doug. Now my reason for doing this is try to get Doug to get up there and contest those moonstones. If not, try to get him himself. But I think at this point I probably have to do that before Dave gets up there. So I'm gonna jog with Doug.
Cool.
And yes, he's going to step twice. So I'll pay 1 energy to step. And then he'll step. I have to step 3 times. He'll step again. So I'll pay 1 energy for that. And I'll pay 1 more energy to step 1 more time.
Do a reaction step with Klaus.
And then for with Doug's last energy, I'm going to use this ability that we call Digger. This is the one I was saying where Doug, instead of paying 1 to pick up the moonstone, I pay energy and I go to the arcane deck. And whatever number it is how much he digs by. So, and luckily for me, it's a green one. So Doug will pick up the moonstone. And that is Doug.
Yeah, and the other thing, so Will's being careful about not doing a catastrophe. So if he draws a catastrophe, he does damage to all his teammates, which is it's a rough way to start sometimes.
Well, as long as they're within 2.
Yeah.
No, actually it's 3. Yeah.
What he's saying is, out of their 99 games they played, he sees it happen a lot.
That's enough.
Oh, nothing more frustrating when you dig catastrophe. You dig again, another catastrophe. Oh man.
We're gonna just do a quick step with Klaus again, just after Digger.
Cool.
Okay. Now we're gonna go with
Choices.
let's go with Reagan. She's gonna jog up. She's gonna jog up 4 inches right behind this little chest. And we're gonna do some verdant growth. I'm hoping I can bog down Doug a little bit. Maybe give myself some protection. So verdant growth's an ability to put up tree patch. Tree patch is a 50 millimeter little acrylic token, or anything, whatever you find that's 50 millimeter. That blocks line of sight. You can provide cover. There's just a way to kind of just hopefully slow this rabid dog down. All right, so I'm gonna get him shuffled. So she's an arcane of 5. So I'm drawing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As normal, Will will get his 6 cards, always defending.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What are you looking for, sir?
Any greens? So any greens. So if for successful green, I can place a token within 3x. So I'm going to declare a green 2, sir. Green 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him have it. I don't want him putting down multiple.
So that
How
way,
many tree patches can she put down?
so you can put down a maximum of 3 tree patches. That was a recent update on a lot of cards. So 3, it's just 3 max.
She can put down 3.
Yeah. So if you kept bluffing, I would keep putting out tree patches. So 6 inches. It's just within. So we're gonna throw this. I'm gonna throw this right here. Like, do a little Doug block in here. Do like that.
With that placement, just so like if it was Eric can walk through it, right?
Yes, yeah. So certain characters have special ability. I'm just gonna throw up Eric's card super quick here. He has a woodland animal ability to walk through wooded patches. Wendigo also has an ability like that, as well as Jada.
So Doug he can't walk through the wood.
So I have to
step
through it. But here's the thing. You cannot see through wooded patches on the other side. Now, if you're in a wooded patch, you can see out and the opponent can see you. But you can't see through it. So it does block line of sight.
Cool. So blocks line of sight, and unless you can walk through it, you're just stepping through it, which is a lot of energy burnt to move past the 50 millimeter base.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Reagan.
I'm gonna go with the Goblin King. Okay, so here's my strategy here is to move the Goblin King up. So I'll jog him up. And I think the wood patch that he plays down may actually aid the Goblin King just a tad bit. So I'll jog him up right here. just to make sure he's within 2 of Doug. So the first thing the King is going to do, he's greedy. He wants the moonstones for himself. He's going to pay 1 energy to say, give me. And he's going to take the moonstone from Doug. So therefore, Doug does not have the moonstone anymore. Doug's not slow. The Goblin King has it. Now I have 2 energy remaining. The next thing he's going to do is bop Joby over the head with his scepter. And we call it, where he says, rule of roost. So basically, once per turn, I can basically hit another goblin, give them 2 energy, and they also take 2 damage because he's hit him with that giant scepter. But Joby gets to activate right after the Goblin King finishes. So I'm going to finish my activation with the Goblin King. And what Joby is going to do, since it's his activation now, he'll pay 1 to step. I think he's going to step back. So we'll pay 1 to step. And then he's going to pay 1 to toss the moonstone that he's carrying within 2 inches. So this ability is called Cunning Plan. So I'm allowed to toss it within 2 at a depth of 1 once he tosses it. So basically, he's acting like a quarterback. He's grabbing the moonstone and then throwing it back. But the thing about it, when he throws it, he dies, which is what I want him to do.
All right, that's the Goblin King doing a little bopping. What you got next, sir?
All right. Well, I might as well just get Lubart up there. He needs to get up there.
Does he know which way to go?
He needs to stay close to everybody too. Yeah, I need to get Lubart up quick. I need to at least screen Doug. I mean, Doug's gonna be a problem the whole game for me. So we're just gonna sprint him up. I was thinking about using Kavanaugh's ability called Black Comedy. I was thinking about activating Kavanaugh first, but I don't want to deal any wounds because I know I'm gonna take a lot of wounds from Doug. So I'm not worried about Doug attacking me right now because we'll just use the Goblin King's Roll the Roost ability on Joby. Sometimes Will might keep that in his back pocket to activate Doug if I get in a bad place, which has happened more than once. So,
all right, that's good. I didn't see that. So you kind of can use it depending on where you need to be able to say, oh, you overstepped. Let me go ahead and send this on in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we're just gonna go ahead and do 4-inch jog, and we're gonna go ahead and step 2 inches just to get right here in front of. Hopefully, stop some shenanigans. All right, that's Lubart.
All right, what you got next, sir?
I think I'll go with the tax collector. Now, one thing I thought about doing with the tax collector is actually going up there to harass Brother Daniel, but at this point, it really doesn't make sense because he's way back there and he doesn't have any energy on him. So, making him pay his income tax really doesn't matter right now, and I don't want to rebate anybody. So I think the best bet for me with the tax collector right now is to actually move over here, just do a little job.
And from that standpoint, when he's saying he's targeting Brother Daniel, it's not because he's targeting Brother Daniel, he's targeting the moonstone on Brother Daniel.
Yes.
Just so everybody understands, it's not something special for Brother Daniel. He's looking at who has moonstones when he's activating the tax collector.
So I think tax collector is actually going to pay 1 to dig up the moonstone. And
thinking. Now he's thinking deep.
Yeah.
Deep thoughts.
Very deep thought here. I think right now she's just gonna sit on two energy.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Only one left.
Only one left. All right. So we got Kavanaugh. I am playing with Kavanaugh. I'm gonna spread him up. I'm gonna dig that stone right in front of Daniel down to 1, and then he's gonna try to cause problems next turn. That's what Kavanaugh's gonna do. Kavanaugh, like I mentioned, he's got a lot of abilities. I haven't used all of his abilities. Maybe I'll use it this game. So he has an ability actually to pull cards from the deck. He has the ability to give energy to friendly characters for no energy. I'm gonna just step once into the
Well,
stone.
before you step,
Yep.
I'm gonna react with tax collector.
Yep.
She's
Yep.
going to actually step up.
Ooh. Me and David missed this a lot, and Will's really spot on. He's basically, after each activation, you can spend energy to step or react, so to speak. And I guess your reactions are steps, pretty much. Most time in the games you watch us do, I'm like, oh, I'm going to spend 2 to react, which would mean I would have done it during his activation. But Will is being spot on, saying, hey, hold on before you go any further.
All right, so continuing on Kevin, I'm gonna do an ability called Roly Poly. It's all it is really is a 2-inch movement, but it gives me -2 evade. I'm just doing it because I want to just get in front of this moonstone because I don't want to block Daniel next round because I want him to dig. So spend 2 energy to do that, and then with my final energy, I'm gonna dig this stone down to 1, and that is Kevin.
As a reaction to that, I think the tax collector may step up one more time.
Very, very simple. They're making it very easy for me to do this. I like it a lot.
All right.
Wait for the mortician to get up there.
The mortician, he has no choice but to get up there, and this is what's kind of scary due to all this terrain. I'm assuming whoever had that wagon had a lot of moonstones in it and dropped everywhere, and everything else dropped with it. I'm pretty sure it's the Lesser Bolt's fault because goblins will never do nothing like that. We're honorable, right? So the mortician is going to jog. Now he is slow, so he can only jog 2 inches. So he's going to jog. I think what he's going to do before he does some shenanigans, he's actually going to step once.
Cool.
And I think it's best for him to step again. I kind of screwed him up a little bit, but yeah. I think it's best for him to pay 1 energy.
Nobody saw it on camera.
Step again. So he'll step again. And then he's going to reanimate Joby. And he can actually do that for free because of Joby's card, which has reanimate Joby. Well, anybody who has reanimate can bring Joby back at 0 cost. And the mortician has the reanimate ability. So he's going to bring Joby back and place Joby right here. Now Joby comes back full health with 2 energy. Now there will be some instances where I might not want to bring Joby back because it gives the mortician more energy next turn. But I think in this case I kind of want to bring Joby back. And
So what's happening here? So the activation is going to be seem out of sync. That's because Will's doing a lot of out of sequence activations. He's using the Goblin King to activate people early. He's using the Mortician to bring back Joby, and so Will gets a lot of additional activations, which I think is part of another reason why I like this troop a lot. Is it gives you a better ability to react to things later on in the round. So I use up all my activations. Will still has another one to go. So he basically has two activations where I'm not doing anything.
Right. It's like 7 to 5 really on the models because based on Joby dying and coming back and having energy,
Yes.
he explained the reason that Joby will now, because Dave has no character left to activate, but you will get to activate Joby because
he can come back and the card says he may activate this turn. So that was a little thing that was confusing to people, but I think it got posted on the Discord stating and also on the blog, right, that they said that he can come back this turn. So that's one of the things about it. People say, oh well, but Joby's weak. He only has 5 wounds.
yeah, he's easy to
And
kill.
he's easy to kill. And Mortician, once you knock him down to where he only gets 1 energy, it's tough. So Joby's back.
Now
I can't.
hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say go into this part.
I can't jog again, so I have a decision to make. Do I step up or do I attempt? And I don't know if he is in range. Do I attempt to shoot that giant and put some damage on him?
So while he's thinking about that, so everybody understands, the rules of Moonstone says each model can jog once per turn. Even
Once
though
per
he
turn.
came back, he still has already burnt his jog earlier. So that's why he's not jogging. So he's activating, but the jog is on, but he can still burn the energy. So that's what he's looking at and contemplating. So everybody understands. That's why he doesn't just jog up. That's the first time I played him, like, well, why can't he jog up? Because he came back, he still has activated his jog for the turn. All right.
So here's my thought on this though. If I do go up there and I shoot that giant, Joby, he doesn't have to reload his pistol. It's a second-hand pistol, but whatever damage I deal, because it does X damage, Joby takes wounds
No?
himself. So that Lubar is scary. Joby wants to die, so we're gonna shoot the giant.
It's a 6-inch range, so I gotta check the range first there. Joby's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. I don't know if is his pistol just a little short or right
I
there.
think it's right there.
All right.
It's 6 inches, and the reason why I want to shoot this giant because I should get +2, right?
So let me go ahead and put the bar up there. So you're gonna spend how much energy does it cost to shoot?
It costs to shoot his pistol costs 2.
All right.
And I think putting damage into that giant is a real plus for me right now. So hold already.
Yeah,
You
you
wanna
should
cut?
do it.
All right, so Joby's he has Arcane at 3, so he'll get 5 because of the +2 to 8 giant. And I'm looking for any greens.
Any green.
Any greens. And I'm gonna say green 2.
I'm okay. How much damage is that gonna do? If you
2 impact.
So it'll do just nothing, no pluses or anything.
Nothing.
So just 2 damage. I'll accept that.
And Joby takes 2 damage himself.
Cool. All righty. So, blind giant, 2 to the face. You didn't see coming.
We're good with that. We're okay with that. All right.
We're okay with that.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
he doesn't have anything that reduces damage.
Nope. He does not.
Cool. Well, that is the finish of turn 1. We're going to start into turn.
I'm gonna react with. I'm gonna react with Reagan just real quick before we go. Yep. It's gonna come over just a smidge right here.
To
All right.
heal a giant, huh?
No, she's just moving around. All right, so that is the end of the turn. As it sits, you've got Will with 2 moonstones, Dave 1, and 1 ready primed to go. They've got dice in hand. Priority goes to Will, so he gets +2 on his roll.
Yeah, just real quick during the replenishment step. So the reason I put Klaus and Reagan's card up there. So Klaus's protection goes away at the end of each turn. But if he's within range of Reagan during the replenishment step, he'll get his protection back. And the other stipulation is that I'm within a certain range to Klaus to get their protection back. So that's so his protection goes away each round, and it comes back as long as Reagan's on the board. I'm ready to roll for it whenever Will's ready for it. He gets +2, which is a little frustrating, I'd say. I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
The goblins.
Well, the history of my rolls have never been great.
Just depends on which dice he rolls, folks.
Thanks to heroic skill, I actually won.
Yeah, you did.
All right, here we go.
+2.
One.
There we go. Yeah,
I'm gonna. Oh, okay. So
You got a 3.
we got a 3.
I got a 3, so I get to.
Unless you got a way to re-roll it.
No,
him re-roll.
I can make him re-roll a 1. That's what I could do.
You want to use it?
What?
No.
Make you re-roll it into a 6?
Yeah.
All right. So the other thing I need to do with Brother Daniel is I need to pass out an energy. So this happens again during the replenishment step. It doesn't have to be. So what's different between him and other characters? Usually it's during when they activate. But Daniel is going to pass out energy. He's going to go ahead and give the giant +1 energy. And then Will's going to let me go first because he's a benevolent goblin that likes to play fair.
Yeah.
He's going to go first and last, apparently, with all those activations he did that first turn.
Can't let him go first. So I'm in a little conflict here. I know what's coming.
What do you know that's coming? Let's talk this out.
So that blind giant that has a 3-inch range is coming. But at this point, this group that I have, they're all about getting moonstones. That's the biggest thing about them. I have to get moonstones. Which means I'm going to have to move up there and fight because I think he has more moonstones near his side of the board, which we're fine with. So I think the best thing for me to do right now is to actually kind of maybe activate Joby to jog up here.
Cool. So Joby has moved up to the Moonstone.
Any reaction there?
Nope.
I'll pay 1 to pick up the moonstone. And then I'm going to cunning plan that and throw it back. So I can throw it within 2 inches, which I will do here. And I'm going
While he's doing that, I do have a question. This is where it's fun for me. I'm not playing, so I can ask these questions. Is it possible? What's the range on the ball?
3 inches.
3? Just thinking out loud, sharing tactics as we take and do this as he's moving this around. Could you have stepped and put Joby within engagement range to keep him from picking that stone up?
Possibly, but I don't want to spend energy. I want to get him up.
He
Yeah.
wants to
Oh,
be
no.
strong.
I asked because I think when Will asked, "Do you want to spend it?" That was what he was looking at.
I
would have been. It would have been really close. Yeah. It would have.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I was hoping he stepped.
Hey, I mean, this game is about bluffing and conniving, so Will may have wanted him, and no, I'm not stepping into that.
I certainly could have. But the reason I'm holding on his energy is like Lubards are really only useful when he has 3 energy.
Okay.
As we'll find out here in a second. So I'm going to try to make him pay for that. So what happens to Joby whenever he does a cunning plan?
He dies.
So he dies. Joby is off the board.
Get him out of here.
He's dead.
Man, if this game, if you got points for killing models, you'd be in the lead.
Was there something about Joby having like a punch card with a mortician, or like he gets like a free sandwich every 5 resurrections?
I don't know. I
like it.
I can't actually wait to read the lore about it. And I saw some people saying that Joey might actually be the little crow.
Oh,
That'd be cool. Yeah.
But that's and then there's a little in the lore. There's something about the mortician. He was actually talking to somebody when he was doing his little deeds or whatnot. So it seems like he was. I don't remember. He might have been teaching somebody. I don't know if that was Joby or not. But
okay. All right. So who we going with?
All right. So I need to get out there. I need to get out there quick. I think I'm gonna go with Klaus. I'm gonna send Klaus up. Go get him, Klaus. All right. So Klaus is gonna do his 4-inch jog. Now Klaus has a 2-inch range. So we'll just see how this goes. Now the dog, he's got a 3-inch range. I'm gonna. Any reactions, Will?
not yet, because I don't think you were within 2 yet. But I may react next.
We're gonna spin 1 to step.
Range. Hug.
Coming in. There. So we're just in. Do you want to react or anything?
No, we're good.
Good. All right.
Doug, take it like a man.
I think. All right. I'm gonna spin 1 to attack that doggo there. So let me put up Doug's card. All right. So just a little bit about Klaus. There's like a ton of text on that card. I know it's a lot to digest. But 2-inch range. He's a melee 3, but he has a passive ability called I believe it's called Egg Dawn, and he gets 1 bonus melee stat for each cultist within, I believe, 6 inches. 6 inches. So I have. Let me borrow the tape measure quick. I think everybody's within range. We're just gonna double check. Yeah, so everybody's in range. So I brought all cultists this game. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So Klaus is gonna get his base 3 melee. +2 for attacking, and then +4 for all the cultists. Cheering them on. Just let him know that Doug's a bad dog. All right. So 1, 2, 3, +2, and then +4 for Egg Dawn. So he has a total of 9 cards here.
That's wrong.
9 cards.
Doug gets a total of 4.
All right. Good.
So what is his signature?
So so Klaus's signature. We'll just flip it over. It's on Sweeping Cut. But and so it's flailing around madly. So it does damage on really basically anything. Klaus has a +2 melee to his or +2 melee or +2 impact damage. Sorry, but whenever he does this, he does do damage to himself. Additionally, I cannot do slicing or piercing damage. So he's really only going to do rising attack, falling swing, and then his signature. If I played guard with Klaus, I'd take wounds. Can you talk a little bit about Doug and his melee and all that?
So Doug has +1 to his piercing attacks. And when it's my turn, I'll talk about some of the abilities he has when he attacks. His signature is on a rising attack. It's called Ankle Biter. The only issue is I have to be within 1 for that signature to go off, for it to even deal damage. He cannot deal slicing damage. That's nil, but he can deal impact. But if he deals piercing, he's +1.
And we're just going to show the signatures real quick. And then ankle biter, he has to be within an inch. And if I do my signature, it's going to be suffer 1 impact damage as part of the instep. But I can do damage against everything, and I can riposte or counter rising attack.
What? What did I miss?
So Klaus and Doug. So Nathan just walked out and came back in, but Klaus is trying to teach the dog a lesson.
Just a bit.
Calm down.
Very perfect.
All right. We're gonna go with this one. All right. So let me grab your card.
So I take nothing.
Hold on. We're not done yet. All right. So we'll play a high guard versus sweeping cut. All right. So Klaus doesn't do any slicing damage, so it doesn't do any damage. But we're gonna change it to signature move. So against high guard, it does 0 damage, but it's +2. So I'm gonna just do 2 damage to you, sir.
So Doug does have a shield, so he'll just take 1.
All right. So as part of the instep, this character suffers 1 impact damage. This does not count as melee damage, and so that's gonna get rid of Klaus's protection.
Strong.
And then we're gonna leave Klaus on 1 energy.
Oh my gosh.
I thought Will might get greedy with some other cards there. I actually had 3 sweeping cuts in my hand, and I was like, if you played something else, I would have done all of them. And so Doug has -1 damage. So Klaus did 2, but Doug only takes 1.
All right. So at this point here,
Klaus is done. It's your turn, huh?
yeah.
Uh-oh. What you thinking?
Think I'm going to go with at the mortician. The mortician. I think first off, well, no, I'm not gonna go with mortician. This is a tough thing to think about here.
You thought Klaus was going to do more?
Oh, he would have done a lot more if. Well, it's enough. He's up there. It's not really what I wanted, so I considered. So I considered not playing the signature move just so I didn't do any damage to myself, so I get protection. But I feel like I gotta get my licks in while I can.
Oh, so the signature is how you got some one damage through.
Yeah, or just the protection. I lost my protection.
So I guess I'll activate Doug here. Doug is actually going to jog.
Can he jog?
So he has to stay within the 10 inches.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. That's fine. Well, he'll step. I think I'll pay 1 step, get up out of that 2 inch range. Here, just.
That's one of those things that's really interesting when you're engaged on and how you can use
I don't
engagement.
know if I can get out of it. Well, I could if I go this way.
So maybe. You got it. Okay.
So I think he's gonna just step on back. He'll pay 1 to do that.
Mm.
And I want to step back.
Oh,
There we go.
I'm
Yes.
surprised. I thought you
Yes.
might step up in there.
But that's what I wanted. Now he'll jog.
No charge. Just yeah. Is charge free for him?
No. No, it's not. So he'll jog right here. And we're going to attack.
It's a game of millimeters around here.
Right there.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and attack him.
Okay. There's plus.
Uh-oh, attack the boss.
Yeah. If I can get one heavy hitter out here.
Explain it 2 versus 3. Damage back. Point shuffle.
So, I guess the reason why I stepped back because I want to get out of Cultist melee range. Meaning I can attack him and not worry about taking damage back just in case he does damage. I played the wrong card. So I want to. The goal here is to get Claus down and hurt him, make him spend his little power where he comes back to life, and then kill him and get him off the table. Because I only have really one heavy hitter here in my force, and he has a 2, and I need to get one of them out of here. So Doug gets 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, and then Klaus is still egged on by his cultist friends, so he's 1, 2, 3, then plus 4. So he's got 11 cards.
6 range on that?
Yeah, 6 inch. Yep.
Nice. You can see these two have been at it a lot because they get real quiet. They're getting serious on the game. Yep. All right.
Got it. Put the cards over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just hand them to him because you're going to slap them on top of the plate.
Well, it's swing versus high guard. So that's what is that?
You get a repulse.
So the other thing good about Doug is he got 3-inch range, and I'm out of range. If I had a really cool instep, I might do something, but that's yeah.
Is it? All right. What's Doug doing the second time?
Well, do you take damage for playing a guard?
Yep, take damage for doing a guard.
Okay.
Well, it's so the way his ability reads, if this character plays a high guard or low guard, they suffer 2 wounds during the instep.
Oh. All right. What you doing next?
We're gonna attack again. He'll pay.
Yo, just going at it.
Yeah, I gotta do something here, right? So he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you worried the giant's going to come in and pop Doug?
Oh yeah, well I'd rather him pop Doug than.
Drawing 7 cards, 3 plus the 4 for being egged on.
That is so good in that position right there.
And so Doug doesn't do any slicing damage, plus 1 to first. Okay, got it.
So that's normal since these guys have played so much. They really kind of know each other and how they're going to play. They're looking at signature moves. They're looking at damage being dealt. In your opinion, when you play the Goblins, do you feel like you have to be a very high damage dealer? And the reason I ask is this fairies, I'm always playing a guard. I don't care if I do damage. I want to magic damage.
Yeah. Well, it just really depends on who you're playing with. If I want to say have Sid out there, I want to do a lot of damage. But with this group right here, it's more or less trying to maneuver, manipulate, and try to get moonstones as much as I can. I'm not going to out damage this crew. Doug is my damage dealer, but at this point, I mean, he's drawing a lot of cards, so I have to play real smart here.
Okay.
But yeah.
Go for
Ready,
it. Roll it.
ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah,
All right,
we
here
can
we
roll.
go. And the reveal. All right. So, do you have any criticals or anything like that?
I don't.
Okay. So rising at volley swing versus thrust is a big 0. So
Yeah.
do you have any plus to impact or slicing?
I don't.
All right, and you might ask why did I play thrust? Well, so Klaus doesn't do any damage. He's not going to do any damage. But also thrust is a really good counter against falling and rising attacks. Specifically, like really good against falling swing. So he didn't do any damage here. I had some low guards, had some other cards, but even though this is an offensive card, it's also a really good defensive or way to defend against some big attacks.
You know,
Yeah.
I've learned that as I've been doing this more and more playing the game, because again, I haven't played it a lot, but I've learned thrust is kind of that's going to be the one that kind of gets through the high guard, high through the low guard, do some
You'll
other.
get through low guard, but at the same, sweeping cut destroys thrust. Now the strategy here was I had 2 rising attacks in my hand. I didn't have any low guards, so I was afraid if I played rising.
At 3 low guards.
So that's why I didn't play the rising attack, which I guess it really wouldn't have mattered because I'm out of range, so I didn't play that as smart as I could have. But here we go. I'm gonna do my last
Oh,
energy
attacking again with Doug. All right.
attack. Okay.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Here we go.
Roll 7. Crazy, but
Uh-oh. Thought processes. This is always fun watching them play. Want to put a card down, then want to think, then want to pick it up, then want to put a card down. Like, if you could just see.
There you go.
All right.
all right. Here comes the reveal. Oh, what do you know? It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Doug did nothing.
Something
Yeah.
told me
Yeah,
that.
so this is exactly what we just played before. So same reason I did it last time. I had 3 low guards again, and then I had a kind of when we were drawing half the deck. I guess you have
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
tough.
stuff. Yeah.
Luck card.
Yeah, he has some cultists around him. All right, that's dope.
Yeah,
Cool.
these cultists are really strong. They actually got a little bit of nerf not I think a month or 2 ago. They're I don't know, they're a beefy crew. This is the first time I think I've played full cultist, right? Against you? More or less, yeah.
Man, there's so many times I can't even remember. Man.
All right. So Doug is done. Who we going with?
All right, so what I know is going to happen is Will's going to activate the king in a little bit, and he's probably going to use some more actions onto Douglas over there. So I'm really considering getting Lubard up there to do some damage, and I want to activate Lubard. I think I'm going to go with Lubard, and the reason I want to activate him, the other reason I want to activate him is I'm worried about the Mortician doing his energy steal. So I'm sure Will's waiting for me to either kill Doug to resurrect him or to steal all of Lubard's energy. At least that's what I'm thinking about.
Let's see if you kill that.
That's if we kill Doug.
Yeah, but so I mean, he's saying that he's going with loot barbs. So just to part that, if the Goblin King bonk somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
They take 2 damage.
They take 2
So
damage.
Doug has 1 damage on him. So technically, if he's thinking you might use the king on him, he's got 3 on him. So he's only got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 damage. Okay.
But saying all that, I think I'm gonna go with Brother Daniel. Brother Daniel. So he's gonna keep ringing his bell. He is gonna do his 2-inch step. I'm just gonna come as far as I can up to Kavanaugh here. It's his 2-inch jog rather. He's gonna spend 1 of his 3 energy to pick up the stone. So now he's got 2 stones on him. Get this little stone out of there. Now with the remaining 2 energy, I'm considering doing either his heal or his plant the placard again to get some free movements on my guys. So I think movement's a good idea here. Normally I do a pulse, but what I'm gonna do with the plant the placard is I'm gonna move Klaus out of the way because I know King's gonna bop Doug here in a second. I'm gonna move Lubard up So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to spend 2 to do Brother Daniel's ability, Plant the Placard. Again, it reads, move all friendly characters within the pulse up to 1 inch, and the pulse is a 6-inch pulse. And after this, I cannot take a jog or a reaction step with Brother Daniel. So I'm going to spend 2 to do that. Again, it's just an ability that just happens, and so it's very strong. So we're going to move Klaus just a little bit back here. Just get out of danger zone. So only had to just be just outside of 3. So that's good for him. We're going to move the giant up a little bit. We're going to move him this way, I assume. Oops. There. We're going to move Kavanaugh up here. And we're going to move Reagan up. And that is Brother Daniel.
Cool. All right, what you thinking? Who you going with? Mr. Will?
I gotta be smart here. Because I really don't know what's going to happen.
Just go with the wind, man. Just go with the wind. That's what the streamers want to watch. Just go with the wind.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go with Mortician. And what Mortician's going to do is he's going to go ahead and reanimate Joby.
And when Joby's reanimated, it has to be in face-to-face.
Yes. Then he'll pay 2 to try to heal Doug, maybe? Or do I want to do that? Yeah, he'll pay 2 to heal Doug.
2 to heal Doug.
Just to heal Doug, so Joby's back.
He is needing a blue.
Any blues, yeah.
Any blues.
So he has a 4 arcane. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, would you be
-1 because
he's within an inch, so okay,
No.
so you're fine. Yep. 1, 2, 3,
all that's right.
4, 5, 6. Any blues?
Blue 2.
I'm good with that.
You only needed 1 though.
Just in case he called bluff.
Well,
Then he's going to kind of jog back. Because I see what Davis might be trying to set up here. So he's going to jog back right there. And that is the Mortician.
all right. Next up.
So we're gonna have 4 stones over here on this side. I mean, Will's devious plan is he's gonna use task collector to pull one of these guys out into the tree patch. I'm sure that's crossed his mind. It has now.
It has.
So I'm weighing that right now. So I'm thinking about activating Reagan. I don't have to get that stone right in front of her, but I'm also considering putting another patch out there. So what's going through my mind right now? So Doug has a charge ability that doesn't get impeded by the wood patch. So next round, assuming Doug has line of sight, he could just charge through the wood patch. I put one in front of him. The other thing with tax collector, she has an ability to pull characters, and I'm kind of trying to figure out how do I put my models in a way that she's not going to pull them on the other side of the tree patch over there. But what I think I'm going to do, I think I need to heal. I need to heal somebody with her, and I think that's what we're going to go with for right now. So we're going to get Reagan. She's going to go ahead and do a jog up to. She's going to go ahead and jog up to the stone just to set up for next round, I think. I don't have to. I can wait till later. I might wait till later, actually, now that I even look at it even further. All right, so she's going to jog 4 inches behind her buddy Klaus here. Part of the reason I'm doing this is I want to have line of sight to the giant. Like the previous position I was at, if I go towards the moonstone over here, I'm going to have to deal with heavy cover or no line of sight. So I'm moving here. I'm going to heal. I think I'm going to heal. You're going to use Joby to shoot the giant, aren't you?
I got options.
I'm going to heal Klaus. Klaus is. I've learned to like Klaus even more now. So we're going with Klaus. All right. So Reagan is going to use an ability called Malachite Ritual. So it's an expensive heal. It's a 3 energy ability or arcane ability, but you have a lot of options with it. You can use it to deal damage to somebody, use it to heal somebody, or you can use it to give energy to models within a certain range of the tree. So she's an arcane of 5. It's pretty good. Now I'm looking, and so for in this case, I'm looking for any blues. But if I have greens, I can get plus energy. So blues and greens.
Okay. Oh,
Yes. Always 6 when you're defending.
So the green 3, sir.
oh, Green's Hill.
Green is going to give target within 2 inches of wood patch X energy. So it'd be 3 energy to close.
Costs already went, right?
Yep.
All right, yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay. Plus gets 3 energy. And that is Reagan.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, what do you do? What do you do?
Well, I think I go with the tax collector here.
Now he's taking and doing the tax collector. You said the charge can go through wood patches?
Yeah. So as far as like, I think it even applies to water too. So as long as the terrain feature doesn't specifically state it impedes movement, so things that would stop movement are things called barriers. So we have a cart here, we have a chicken coop here, these trees. Those things would restrict movement. But everything else, you can pull people through objects, you can get them stuck on objects. So like for example, if I had somebody on this side of the pond, tax collector could move somebody in the middle of the pond, and they would basically be stuck in there. They would have to spend energy to step out of it.
So when you move, so a charge is considered a move, so not your jog and so
Yeah,
forth.
yeah,
Therefore
so,
you can't.
yeah,
I don't think you can move them through obstacles, right?
barriers. You can obstacles. You can stop at obstacles. Yep.
But
Yeah.
wood patches, you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll pay 1 with the tax collector to pick up the moonstone, and I'll sit on 2.
All right. So you did how many things just now?
Wait. No. I can't do that because I didn't realize. So tax collector is right here.
So she did a jog.
Yeah, but I forgot that. Oh, I can sit right there. She's 2. So I'll pay 1 to pick up the moonstone.
So moved and picked.
So you jogged.
And picked up, yes.
Yep.
And I'll sit on. Right now, I'll sit on 2.
So moved and picked up. In response, Klaus moved 2 steps, correct?
Yep.
All right.
Didn't put our tax collector up there. Can you talk a little bit more about some other stuff tax collector has? I'm gonna think here about what I'm gonna do.
So, if I can possibly get into somebody who has a moonstone, my goal is to attempt to try to rebate, which is basically I pull you up to me. That's what the rebate does, and it moves them X plus 2. So I can automatically move someone 2, but if X is the number of moonstones they're carrying. If I can see Brother Daniel and there is a clear path, I can potentially move him 4 inches towards me. I can also income tax him, basically make it where he can't move, jog, or react unless he pays me energy. So all this is dependent upon if you pay me energy or not. If you choose to refuse to pay the energy, then you take the effects of what is actually going on, what the tax collector can do. She also has a once per game ability, which is inheritance tax. So if there's a friendly goblin within 4 inches of her, I believe it's 4 inches, I can use this, and once per game, if they're slain, she can basically teleport the moonstone in base contact with her with a depth of 1.
All right. So I think we're gonna go with I want to go with Lubar. What I want to do. I know Lubar's just going to get shot off the board, but that's fine. Now, what I'm worried about is I'm worried about Joby going over that stone and throwing the stone back as well. So I'm going to go with Lubar. So let's go ahead and get Lubar's card up there. So I mentioned earlier that I was trying to hold on to 3 energy. So Lubar normally starts with 2. But once he gets 3 energy, he has an ability called Righteous Fury. And it's a 3 energy ability, but if you read it, this character gains plus 3 energy when they use it. But they get plus 1 melee stat, plus 1 arcane stat, and they get plus 1 melee damage until the end of the turn. So I spend 3 energy and I get 3 energy back. What a deal, right?
Holy smokes.
All right. So now I'm going to activate Lubard. So he's obviously already activated, but I'm going to go stomping into danger close here. So we're just going to go right up to here. Feel good about it. I'm going to stay outside an inch of Joby. Just make sure I'm in range of him. But no reason not to get up close to Doug. At least you got your ankle biter, don't you? Is that a 1 inch range on ankle biter?
It is 1 inch.
But I also have a 1 inch range where I can steal energy and do wounds. Or reduce your melee stat.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, we're fine with that.
Joby's gonna react.
Yep.
And he's gonna step up.
Stepping up. Joby's not scared.
No.
Oh my gosh.
All right. All right. Now we got our giant up here. So giant is a predictable combatant. So he is gonna spend 1 to attack Joby.
Let's go.
That's good.
Let's go.
Hold on. We're gonna do some.
Okay.
Run camera. Yes, sir.
Get everybody in front there. Doug need a little more turn to the. I should turn him like the other way, like he's running away, because that'd be more.
The pug never runs.
There we go.
He's gonna impale that giant.
All right, so let's. I'm gonna try to get Joby out of here real quick. So I'm gonna spend 1 to attack Joby. Lubard is base stat of melee stat of 3, but he's gonna be -1 because of Doug there. So I'm drawing 1, 2, +2 for attacking, and then I'm doing plus an additional 1 for righteous fear. So I'm drawing 5 cards. Will's drawing his card, so he's got a big 2. Big
A
2.
whopping 2.
So the other thing with Lubard, so right now I'm going to be +3 impact damage, but Lubard is a predictable combatant, and so I don't know if we can show. Did I show it on the other camera? So
on the document.
okay. So for those wondering, so Lubard's predictable combatant just means I have to show Will all my cards. I'm going to put them here so you can look at them. So I got a 2 high guards, rising, falling, and sweeping. Lubard's signature is on a sweeping cut, and if the enemy is within an inch, then it cannot play in-step effects. Additionally, if the enemy is within an inch, it suffers 1 wound, loses 1 energy, and suffers 2 melee stat until the end of the turn.
Joby doesn't care about that. He cares less about that one. So, but it's not looking good right here. But we'll see. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you show him the cards, but this is not one of those where you actually see what they play.
No,
You're the character that does that, right?
So Revenant. So there's several characters that have ability to see cards. So in some cases, it's the other. In some cases, it's seen it all before. I think that's where you remember it from, where maybe like Calders or Revenant, they can see your opponent's hand. But this giant is blind, so he's a little more predictable in what you can kind of see what's coming. All right, so
Cool.
all right, so here we go. This. All right, sweeping cuts, and we're gonna flip it over to signature. So I'm gonna do three impact damage, sir, and then Joby's gonna lose 1 energy. So what I did, I played Lubard's signature move, which is on a sweeping cut. It does impact damage, so it goes from slicing to impact up there, which means I do normally base +2, but because I have Righteous Fury, I'm additional +1. I just want to double check that because it's the first time I played him. +1 melee stat, +1 arcane stat, and +1 melee damage. Oh my gosh, he's insane. And against sweeping cut, I do 0, but after modifiers, it's +3. In addition, if the enemy is within an inch, it cannot play in-step effects. And then if it's within an inch, it suffers 1 wound, suffers 1 energy, and suffers 2. So at the end of all that, Joby would suffer 4 wounds.
and I lose energy.
And
right?
then losing energy. Yeah,
That's no big deal. It's Joby.
it's a little much, huh?
He's still there. He's where I want him to be at.
Have you've activated Mortician yet or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So just 1 left. What do I want to do next here? Do I just kind of?
Just 1 left?
I got 2 energy left. I'm thinking I got 1 attack left to kill Doug.
Oh,
and
you
Joby.
lose energy. He doesn't steal it.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna attack Douglas next, I think.
Okay, now this is where we're talking. Doug, is you ready?
Everybody's getting excited.
How much damage does Lubar have on him so far?
He just has 2 wounds on him.
2 wounds. The Doug is going to impale this giant.
Goodness. They're sitting there ready to rock.
So, it's I'm within 2. I'm just out.
No,
Just out.
Lucky. All right, so Lubard's going to be drawing. He's a base stat of 3, but he's -1 because of Joby's supporting. I'm going to be +2, so I'm drawing 4 cards. And this over.
Hold on. You draw base stat of 3,
Yep, -1, and then +2 for attacking.
and then +1 because your stat.
Oh yeah, Righteous Fury. Who can't forget about Righteous Fury?
I mean, that's what you
Yeah.
brought him. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
What do you get right? What do you get right?
Doug has
He's got Righteous Fury. You did that little 3 burn, all that stuff for that work. Now they're looking. You said 4 cards? The 5 versus 4 cards. They're looking at the cards, thinking about it. So you got to remember it's 3 cards of each. There's a total of, I think, 6 different cards. Is that right? No. 12, 18. Yes, 6 different cards. I'm letting y'all think. That's why I'm just talking. I'm just filling time. So there's 18 cards in it. Pulling 5 and 4s, 9 of them. So they've got half the deck gone. Well, people can't see it.
I'm letting Will kind of drink in the cards that Lubar has real quick. And I'll show
You can
him.
just tell them. You can tell them.
All right, so we got so Lubar's got high guard, 2 high guards, sweeping cut, a thrust, and a low guard. So put those there.
Very interesting. Crit on a high guard.
And
Watch
even if that sweeping cut turns into, so it's going to be 3 impact damage regardless, right?
Yeah, so sweeping cuts does not do. Oh wait, hold on. Let's what did you play last round?
High guard.
High guard. So actually, it doesn't do any damage to. It does nil on high guard. So Joby.
So Joby is boy.
Joby's fine. Joby's fine.
Judge.
Judge. Hey, we got it. He's a blind giant. He didn't know what he's doing.
He didn't know. He's like, I'm over here. I mean, he even got his extra attack card.
Yeah.
So on high guard is the only thing the sweeping cut doesn't do damage on.
High guard and low guard, but he still loses an energy and takes 1 wound. So he would have 1 wound up for the instep effect.
Yeah, he'll have one.
Yeah, so that's it. We're okay with that.
And his energy was gone, which was a
Yep.
big thing.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. And here they go.
Oh.
I got high
Okay,
guard.
high guard.
Oh, goodness. All right, well, that's over and done with.
All right. So we got
You got 1 energy left.
what did you left? We'll just rest on 1.
Okay.
All
Or
right.
do I want to hit Joby? You hit Joby?
Why not?
We might as well hit Joby. We'll hit Joby.
What's the benefit of hitting Joby?
Kills him.
He's not supporting anymore.
Because I can still activate Joby. I have options with the Goblin King.
Oh,
Yeah. So there's a couple people that can still activate here.
Or do we just keep hitting Doug? Just keep hitting Doug.
Come on, the pug said bring it.
So the reason I'm hesitating on hitting Doug is I know like Doug's got a whole nother activation with Goblin King, and Giant's only gonna be drawing 1 card on defense whenever he gets attacked because Joby's supporting, and so that's why I was considering holding on to 1 energy. Because at least I'd be able to draw.
go for it.
Just go for it. Have a couple more cards in my hand. But if I get Joby off the board, I'll be drawing 2. But I'm really worried about drawing just a single card. That's what I'm worried about. So I'm gonna stay with the original thing here.
I like your thinking.
So I'm just gonna hold on to 1 because I don't want him to take a lot of damage. He's there to at least knock some stuff down. So we're gonna, even with Righteous Fury, I'm just gonna hold on to it, and I'll say, attack Doug attack Lubard if you want.
Is Righteous Fury to the end of turn?
Yep.
End of turn or end of activation?
In the turn.
Yeah, that's it.
In the turn. Yep.
End of turn. So he still has it then. If
He
you
still has it. Yep.
And then attack you get +1 for that. You can be at 4 cards then.
If I do go for it, yeah. What you gonna do?
All right. Now, interesting fact is because distilled energy forces the king to make a decision who he wants to activate.
Well, I can do some very tricksy things here. I can whack Joby, give him 2 energy, and well, that would work. Well, we'll see what happens. I will go with Goblin King. He's gonna say, "Give me to tax collector to take one of those moonstones," and then he's actually gonna whack Doug.
But interesting fact, you're good, go ahead and you can do your thing, but I'm gonna share this out. So Doug has went, Tax Collector went, Mortician has went. The only 2 characters he had left was Joby and Goblin King. Because he had no energy on Joby, if he activates Joby, he's just sitting there. So he's better off just activating
Well,
Goblin
actually,
King, right?
I'm not going to whack. I'm not gonna whack Doug.
I'm gonna react into Doug.
I'm not gonna whack Doug. I'm actually gonna whack Joby.
But you're going with the Goblin King.
Yeah, he's going, and I might have to move a little bit
Yeah.
here. So Goblin King is going to come. He has 2 moonstones now. And he'll. So I pick. Well,
He's got
give
3.
me whacking. Well, give me +1. So
Oh.
then I'm going to use 2 to whack Joby. So Joby takes 2 damage, but he gets 2 energy, and we're going to actually shoot Lunar.
All right, and what I did while I was doing that, so I did reaction stuff with Klaus, so I'm just within range. So I did that real quick.
Yep, makes sense. Cool.
Yeah. So I get 5 cards.
Are you sure you're close enough? No impediment or anything?
3, 4.
No impediment on that?
Well, some characters they can't shoot if they're engaged. Joby can.
Joby can, but Joby's gonna kill himself after he shoots once anyway. So
That's the goal.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Green 2.
That's fine.
Dose damage.
And that does 2 damage to Joby.
Joby's dead.
Yep.
Joby's dead.
And Joby is that's 2 turns. Joby's died in 2 turns. No, 3 turns.
And is that the end of the turn?
I got a Kavanaugh in the back over here. You still got little old
Who?
tax collector, right? Oh, she's resting on 2.
Yeah. No,
You
she's
sure?
resting. I'm done.
Because he killed Joby, Joby doesn't get to activate again. Because Joby was his last
Oh, yeah,
activation.
Well, then I guess King whacked him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna so after that happened, after you did your shoot, I'm gonna react with the giant. I'm gonna come 1 inch this way.
There.
I'll still stay within an inch.
Yeah, I get where you're going with this. I get where you're going.
All right, and we're gonna go with Kavanaugh next. So Kavanaugh is gonna bob and weave, I believe. So I'm gonna do roly poly, just because I gotta just do a couple steps anyway. So I'm just gonna go here. Just cost 2. We're gonna jog into tax collector there. So I am engaged by Douglas, and I'm gonna attack tax collector.
1 second.
Yep.
Let's see if I just want you to do
I
that.
apologize, folks. I did not realize I was still zoomed in. Failing on my duties. There we go.
I'm gonna actually reaction step.
Okay.
There, and so she has Swift.
What's Swift?
So she can actually move 2 inches on her reaction step as long as she's engaged. And I'm trying. That probably won't put him out of her range.
What he's doing right now is he's trying to figure out if he can get outside of the range, but going forward versus backward.
Yeah, you know what? She is going to go.
Okay.
Yes. I don't think that put me out the range, but that's fine. I'm good with that.
So you spent 1 to do that.
Yeah, I did spend 1 to do that.
All right.
All right.
And then we're going to go with Kavanaugh again. I don't have to. Okay. I'm gonna try to do some damage to. Well, how many? So right now, Doug is engaged by 2 characters, right?
Yeah.
So he'd be drawing. How many cards would Doug be drawing?
-2, so I'll just get 2.
Just 2. Could Kavanaugh?
Could
Kavanaugh.
You can try it with the clown.
But really, the one I'm looking at is the juicy tax collector over there. So
The juicy tax collector.
Right.
He's like,
that's a tax collector is like was she like an unassuming melee monster? Just so her ability is really against people with moonstones. So right now Kavanaugh doesn't have a moonstone, so I feel like I'm a little safer attacking her. Doug is going to be drawing 2 cards, which is really nice.
It's always a plus.
That was a plus.
Always a plus.
But he doesn't have any gen energy to draw, so I'm gonna go ahead and go attack tax collector with Kavanaugh.
Okay.
All right, so Kavanaugh is a melee set of 3, but he's gonna be -1 for Doug. So 2 and then +2, so he's being drawn 4.
Tax collector is 3. 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
And quick question: your signature,
Rising tech.
and it does what?
It's Still's energy.
Steals energy.
Yep.
Well, you can't go for it, but because I just want to be on the safe side, I will go for it.
so everybody knows, I don't think Will's really pulling cards. He's just burning energy. So that the clown can't steal it.
This ain't good.
It is the clown, right? I know it's Kavanaugh, but he looks like he's a good clown.
Here we go. It's what do you know? It's so Kavanaugh played a high guard against the falling swing.
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna follow that up. Kavanaugh is juggling his balls, right?
Wow.
So he's gonna
Oh, snap!
he's gonna turn this into not the damage, but it's just fun. It's the same damage all the way down, but he's gonna do vanishing balls check. So this is gonna do 1 damage, sir. Take your 1 damage.
Is that what it's going to do? What damage?
It is just a single damage against. So no, actually, we'll do it against high guard. Sorry, 2 damage. 2 damage.
damage.
Oh no, wait.
Because he gets fallen swing.
Oh, boo! Just 1. Just 1.
Just 1.
What is the instep?
Removes and discards energy, and I can transfer it over.
What a play!
Well, hey, it's better than taking a bunch of damage, I guess, right?
Yeah.
My
Good thing you went for it. He sure enough went tricky.
Yeah, I wasn't going to take energy from
Okay.
him.
All right, so that is a turn.
turn 2.
Turn 2. So we're on turn 3. Hopefully I get initiative. That'll be real nice. If I could.
Sitting there. It's very interesting the way these stones are laid out. 4 are gone. 3 are left, or 2 are left. No, 5 are gone. 2 are left.
Yeah.
Let's say gone. Technically, they're just riding along on people.
So Mortician actually gets an extra energy because Jovi is dead.
Yep.
Which is something I was okay with.
Energy is activations. Still sit here and watch these goblins and cultists and go, my fairies have so much more energy.
They do.
All right, so real quick before I roll, I have to do this in the replenishment step. Let's go ahead and roll. I'm gonna. So you're +1 right now.
+1.
+1, yeah.
I'm gonna use Kavanaugh's ability to make you re-roll that.
That's Kavanaugh that does it?
Or brother Daniel. Number 4. So he still got it.
Yep, by 1.
By
Whoa.
1. All right. So yeah, what I just did there was brother Daniel slightly maddening to make your opponent re-roll a die. So I was hoping to steal initiative there. I do need to pass on energy from brother Daniel. So brother Daniel is his ability. This is one that was nerfed recently. Look at the shiny thing. This character's possession of 1 or more moonstones. If somebody's within 4 inches line of sight, I can give them 1 energy. So I'm going to give, I believe Klaus is probably the only person I can give energy yet. So we're going to get +1 to, I can give +1 to, let's give +1 to Reagan. Actually. Right there.
So that means Lubar can't do his stinking thing, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Unless he can give him energy,
Yeah,
right?
Kavanaugh can give energy to the bark, yeah. And then Klaus gets his protection back because Reagan is close by. I tell you.
Alrighty. Activation number 1 of turn 3.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, because you're going first, right? Yeah. What's your position thinking here?
I got some options here. Let me see. I don't know how to do this. And this might be a dumb move per se, but we'll see.
It's a torn position is where he's sitting, is what it seems like, folks.
Let's see this real quickly.
He's got Doug in a precarious situation. He knows. Oh, that's it. Goblins have the tricks, but man.
I've been wanting to do this. This is just fun just to do. I just want to try it. I'm probably gonna pay the price for this.
Go for it.
And I think I know what's gonna happen after I try this, but we're gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna actually move Mortician.
Mortician's going? Alright.
Yeah, I think I was in there.
Yeah, Mortician's a slow mover too.
I was like, why is he checking to? I was like, I don't have stone. Yeah.
I think the best bet for the Mortician is to actually kind of move him like right here. Yeah. Move him right there.
Mortician's moved.
Any reaction?
Nope.
I'm going to pay 3 to attempt to rigor mortis Klaus.
Klaus, okay. So
And I think you would get
light cover.
light cover, yeah.
Yeah.
So -1. You don't have any evade, huh?
Nope.
No.
Carrying that big old bell. So I just draw 3 cards.
What are you
1,
looking
2.
for? What does it say he's looking for?
Any 2s.
Any 2s.
All right, and then what does rigor mortis do?
It's going to cause you to lose all energy and suffer 1 wound.
Any 2, huh?
Yeah. Blue 2.
Blue 2. And Klaus can lose all his energy.
He's going to lose all his energy and suffer 1 wound.
I'm okay with that. And so because it's a wound, it's not damage. So the reason I'm bringing that up, so Klaus's protection does not go away with that. So it's not modified. So that just goes
Straight through.
Straight through. But
You're going to take the damage for protection stays.
Yeah.
Got it.
and the way protection reads is it just reduces damage the first time he takes damage. First time this character suffers damage each turn, reduce that damage to 0. So.
It's interesting, man. I think we've talked about that on a few where wounds go straight through, damage is messed around with from that. All right, well, that looks.
So I think that's the first time I ever actually got that ability to go off. And then he's going to reanimate Joby. Put Joby right here.
All right. But Jones is in too.
Comes in with 2, yeah.
Cool.
And
There's
that's the Mortician.
Mortician.
Okay. I think we'll go with Brother Daniel. Yeah, I think we'll go with Brother Daniel. So Brother Daniel's gonna march on this way. I'm not afraid of getting in contact with anybody, so anybody says I run away, I guess it only happens when I play fairies. I think that's the only time.
Apparently, you run away from fairies like I've never seen.
So I'm gonna do Brother Daniel's heal. I'm just gonna check the range on the pulse real quick. It's a 4-inch bell ringer pulse. So I want to come in a little closer. Can I get in range? Is really what I'm.
I think 1 step would be there. You're trying to get to the giant.
Yes, we'll do. Let's come a little closer this way. So up there. Oops. Be close. Oh, okay. All right, so we're gonna do. So I spent 1 juice step. I've got 2 energy left. All right, we got an ability called Bell Ringer. All friendly characters within the pulse restore X wounds. So I got. I'm gonna be drawing 4 cards. And I'm looking for any pinks. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to heal a little bit of Lubar, a little bit of Klaus.
Pinks on
Any pinks, yeah.
And this is
This is catastrophe?
Does he get removed from the table?
No.
Ah.
All characters suffer 1 wound instead of healing.
Okay. 6.
And good.
Oh man, why not?
All right. That's Brother Daniel.
He tried.
He
Right.
did try.
Oof, oof.
Let's see who I want to go with here.
Who gives energy rating?
Reagan, I can give energy. Kavanaugh can give energy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to see that on that last one. He's thinking just a 2 activation swing. Me and you've talked about this many times. The stealing energy and how it can affect them stealing the energy, but then bringing Joby in for free. It's like he took your 1 activation but added 1 to his side.
Yep.
It's very interesting in that aspect. Will is deep in thought. Deep in thought. What are you thinking, sir?
Think I'm going to, like I say right now, it's just foolishness. Why not, right? I'm thinking I'm going to go with the Goblin. Just to make things very interesting here. Well, I don't want to go with Goblin King.
I don't know. We could just draw a card randomly.
Goblin King. You already. It's like chess. You called it. You got to do it.
Let's go for it.
Why
Let's
not?
go for
Okay.
it. Let's go for it.
We'll pay 1 to
Who's getting
gimme. Well, can I do gimme? I don't know if I can. The range is the range I did get
2 inch.
2 inch.
Just gotta do.
Okay.
Got a little waddle.
Okay, so Goblin King is going to actually
He's going to waddle to the edge.
he's going to actually jog right here.
Yeah, he's got more of the edge I need.
Yeah. Then he'll pay gimme
Mhm.
to take that from her.
Yep.
Then he's going to
You're good. Keep going.
how much damage does Lunar have on him?
Libert has 10 wounds left.
You ain't done no damage.
I haven't. I can do some very stupid things right now, though. Meaning, I can either hit Joby, make Joby go and cause Daniel to drop some moonstones, or
It's very interesting in your thought process in turn 3 so far.
yeah. And I think that's the play. I think that's the play. Daniel has what type of aid does he have?
0.
0 aid.
Yeah, he's ringing a bell.
I'm going to Rallaroost on to Joby.
Big old bell.
I had another play in mind, but I think I'm a.
What's the roost distance?
So Joby's gonna take 2 wounds.
Let me tell you, do I just Bob Kavanaugh?
What?
I don't like that clown.
I ain't seen the king do no bopping on people other
We're
than
gonna Bob Kavanaugh. You know what? Let's Bob Kavanaugh. Let's do that.
He's got a 2-inch range.
He has a 2-inch range.
So
Is it? You know what? Why not? Let's have fun with the king, right? Let's get the clown out here. We're not amused.
Alright.
All right. So
See how this turns out. This could be interesting.
yes, 1, 2, 3, 4.
right. So Kavanaugh is base 3, but he's gonna be -2 because he has Douglas and Tax Collector. So I'm just gonna be drawing 1.
No point even looking at it, is it?
Maybe
Let's be surprised.
because I can go for it. You gonna spend 1 to go for it?
Oh, forgot about that.
Wait, do you want to go for it? You can draw cards. You draw first. Attacker always draws first. For go for it.
because he's gonna make me lose energy anyway. What's his signature is?
Rise attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
So what you've done so far? So you
No, I'm not.
did you rouse the roost on Joby?
No.
No. Okay. So
He give me, and now he's hitting you. So he's only got
Okay.
1 energy left.
I'm not gonna go for it
Okay, so I am gonna go for it.
because that gives me an opportunity to do something else that I want. You
Yeah.
forgot you just had 1 card.
Choices, here they come. Flip them up, and
It's all right. So falling swing versus thrust does 0, but you're +2 for impact.
Actually, and I'm going to crit here.
Okay.
Falling swing versus thrust. I'm gonna do you grovel peasant. I'm gonna whack him on the head at
For 6.
6.
Yep.
But I'm a weakling, so it does 5.
All right. So 5 damage to Kevin.
And the king hits hard.
All I had were low guards, and so I figured Will was going to be going for that. So you did 5 total.
but didn't you do damage back?
Out of range.
He's out of range.
Oh, that's right. The 1 inch versus 2 inch. Yeah.
And he's going to attack him more.
Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna react?
Yep. I'm gonna step back.
Okay. We're good with that.
He said, "That's enough bopping for today." That's what that clown says. No, that is enough bopping for today.
Yeah, we're gonna step once into text collector over here. It's gonna go this way, just right there.
Just staying 2 inches out of.
No, he's still within there. I don't think he can get out there.
I can get
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Actually,
he can go back that way.
no. What? So here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to prevent her from just getting
Yeah.
stoned.
So yeah,
And then what he's gonna do next turn is he's gonna use Goblin King to do gimme or whatever. So I'm just trying to tie her up. That's really what I'm trying to do, and I'll stay within Douglas's range.
that kind of and that was smart because that's exactly what I was trying to do. But all right, we'll bop him again.
Mhm.
We have no choice here because you kind of spoiled my plans here, so I'll pick one up.
Mhm.
Do that.
Cool. Oh, because if you're engaging
Okay.
it, she can't step, or
Well, she can step.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's like
oh, she's stepping into wood.
I can't. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Shuffling here.
Okay.
Stack the deck over there. All right.
All right. So let's try to whack this clown.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So draw on 1.
You gonna go for it?
Well, you get to choice first. Oh,
You
you
got
have
energy. Yeah, we'll go for it.
Uh-oh. Choices.
Choices.
All right.
Always. I thought he was playing 2 cards. I'm like, man.
Into low guard.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
Let's see. Do I have anything? Nope. No rise attack. No nothing. So that's Kavanaugh.
If that wasn't the luckiest guess of all time, right?
I'm gonna tell you, I've learned 3 cards. So you think, oh, I've got 2. There's no way they're gonna get it, and boom. Well, that was a spoiler.
Now he played a risk because if I would have played Fallen Swing, here's the thing: how much damage Goblin King does on Lunar.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, that would have popped him out of there.
all right. So what is Will saying? So against low guard, it does 4 damage to +2. So a lot of damage. He's bound. They're like bound to the king, right?
But I had 2 low guards, so I wouldn't expect him to play low guard.
That's true. All right, Goblin King is done.
That was a smart play. Goblin King's done.
Oh man, your activations are dwindling over there, sir. What to do?
Well, the good thing is we kind of took energy away from him. So
Yeah. Joby's gonna try to go a little bit.
crazy.
Plus is in range. Let's go with Reagan.
Okay.
And Reagan is gonna jog up right here. And she's gonna try to heal right here. Gonna heal Kavanaugh.
Alright.
So spending 3.
This is her expensive.
This is a very expensive one. Well, I'm gonna try to do I'm gonna do Malka Ritual.
So she can heal and give it, or give it.
Or give energy.
Okay.
Or do both if you'll call
Yep.
it. or do both of you call the bluff.
Alright, so Reagan's Arcane 5, within an inch of this stuff. I think it's 5 still. On this one I'm actually not 100% sure on how we deal with the cover on this one. So we're
No,
within an inch, but I'm right there.
you got line of sight, so you're within
Okay.
an inch, right?
You negate it if you're within an inch, right? That's the way the rules read.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 6, and you looking to what's the one to give energy?
It's a green,
Okay.
You're looking for pinks for heals.
and it's going to give no blues. So green will give energy, blue will give heal, and pink will deal X wounds.
Okay.
This is the green one.
Green one?
Yep.
No.
It is a green one, so Kavanaugh gets an energy. We're gonna look through here. What do I got here? We're gonna do. We're gonna target Doug now. Where do I want to give Kavanaugh energy? How many wounds does Doug have on him?
None.
None.
No.
Do I want to give Doug 2 wounds? Maybe down to 5. Maybe down to 6. Or I can heal Kavanaugh. Because you're gonna attack Kavanaugh with Doug, aren't you?
We'll see.
Sure, that's coming. All right, so you can declare a blue one onto Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
2 wounds. Okay, he's gonna heal 2.
Woo! There it is.
And that was Reagan.
All right, I'm gonna go with Doug because I think I kind of know what he's planning on doing here. Doug is
Kind of surrounded over there, sir.
Do I just pass gas and start hurting people bad?
Ooh.
But no, I'm actually going to. So
Gonna hurt the Goblin King if you do that.
yeah,
Oh,
I can
gas
put that on
hurts
somebody
everybody.
else though. We're not worried
So we're gonna look.
You got
So,
Doug up there. What's he got?
I know what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna step with Doug. Okay, one step. Bring Doug. Here.
okay. I'll pay one to step with Kavanaugh.
That's what I want.
That's what you wanted.
That's what I wanted.
So we're gonna step just to get in range, but try to see if I can stay in. I don't want to go into what's her face. Yeah, we'll go. This Doug is 3-inch. This Lance.
Yes, he is.
You know what? Maybe we'll just hold on to it. I'm gonna hold on to it. Cause I can't. I was hoping I could get out of range, but I can't.
I'll pay one more.
Mm-hmm.
Stepping
I'm
again.
gonna step with Doug again.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move him.
Getting into the finicky measurings here.
Blue bar's drawing how many cards right now?
We just not minus anything, so I just drawing a straight stat, so 3.
He's drawing 3.
And you're -1. You got the cow over there.
Dude,
Yes, there's a lot going on.
it is. Yeah, I'm gonna step one time with Doug. Just move him. Oh, no, I can't. So he'll have to be. I'm not gonna step him. That won't work. Okay. Do this.
Oh no.
-2 if I attack Kavanaugh.
That was gonna steal our energy too.
We'll attack Blue bar.
First attack into the bar. You have to start with 3 energy, right? No,
Yeah, I have.
start with 4. You step once.
And
Now
I
you're
step
attacking.
once.
You got 2 left.
Or you know what? I can possibly.
What you think? The world wants to know what you think.
Oh, let's make things difficult. I'm going to jog. Doug is going to jog. Be right here. I'm going to attack the sign, the one that says bad pug.
Bad dog.
Oh.
Bad dog.
Send to Brother Daniel. So yeah, so what what Will did there. So he did a step to get out of Kavanaugh's range. And then for jogging, as long as you don't end further away from targets you're engaged with. So right now he was engaged with Klaus and Lubar. And so he just went in between them. So he didn't move further away. So he's able to jog into range of Brother Daniel.
Cool. Very good. You want to cut?
So I get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. You're -2.
It's 4 plus 2 minus 2.
Daniel gets 2.
What's your signature?
Signature is sweeping cut, and it's it's like a spank, gives you -1 melee till the end of turn. Or
Yes.
sweeping cut, sweeping cut, sweeping cut.
Okay.
And he has a 2-inch range. No, not quite. All right. Let's see. Hold on. That's fine. All right. So rising attack versus thrust. Rising attack. Do you want to? Are you out of range of your signature? Do you
Yeah.
have any? Do you have a crit or anything?
No.
Okay. So rising attack versus thrust. Let's do 1
Plus 1.
plus 1. So Doug's gonna do 2 to Brother Daniel, and then I'm out of range, so Brother Daniel doesn't do anything back. So Brother Daniel takes 2.
Cool.
So Doug's gonna attack again.
Attack again.
So let's make a shuffle there.
So what's your thoughts on the way he moved that to go into?
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, this is what Doug does. He has a 3-inch range. He's an outsized threat. I feel like for the goblins, like all the other goblins are pushovers, right? But this is like his critical piece.
Well, the king has slayed giants before. I mean, that's All right. So it gets 1, 2, 4.
Drawn 2.
You. So they are looking at it. Brother Daniel's a great support piece, I think, and he's holding the 2 stones. So I mean, to be honest, I think that's what we're going after from that standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go into class because of protection.
Mm-hmm.
Cards are up. Cool.
All right, Doug, and the sweeping cut.
Why am I not surprised? Someone just told me. So here we go.
So I'm not gonna turn that into his signature because it doesn't. Actually,
You'll give me -1 melee, Sarah.
at least no, I'll do that. Yeah. So I mean, I can't counter with anything, so it makes sense to just do my signature, even though it does do damage. Normally I do 2, but we're just gonna say you suffer -1 melee to the end of
Okay.
turn.
To end the turn. All right.
Interesting.
You gonna keep going into Daniel?
Yeah, I got 1 more. Why not, right?
Makes sense, I
I'm
guess.
just drawing 3 cards versus your 3.
3 to 3. This is interesting. This combat here. Yeah. So let's see. You still have Kavanaugh and Luber to go, right?
I got Klaus as well.
Lots as well, right?
Klaus just didn't. Klaus lost all his energy.
He has no energy, so.
Yep.
All right, we got, let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Just 3. This is interesting, folks.
2.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Thrust into a thrust.
It's gonna be 4 damage into.
Into Mr. The old man here.
Yeah.
All right. So you did how much? You did 2 earlier, right?
2 earlier. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you still there?
And you did 3 more? You did 3 back?
No, I'm out of range.
He's out of range.
Oh.
But were you -1 melee? Did you?
He did.
Yeah.
He only took,
Only
three
took-
cards.
Good 3.
He only took 3 cards.
That was,
That's Doug.
that was strong.
All right. Okay. So let's go with let's go with Klaus. So Klaus is gonna jog. He's gonna jog around. Jog around. It's a 2-inch range.
He's just muddying the waters.
Yeah, I think we'll just jog up with Klaus.
Cool.
There. And within range of king. It's close.
Your turn, sir.
I think I do. I think this has to happen. I really do. I think I have to try to kill Daniel. Can't let him heal. So I'm gonna go with Joby. Joby's gonna jog. So let's just do this. Let's go. Is there? I'm gonna use. You mind if I use him just to see if I can possibly fit there? Which, yeah. So Joby's going to first jog, and then he'll do his second one to get right. Pushbacks now.
Cool.
And then he's going to shoot at Daniel.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
He'll pay 2 to do that.
Paying 2 to shoot to die, right?
Well, if I can kill Daniel, Daniel drops 2 moonstones, which is a big plus for me.
The king's about to drop 3 moonstones a little later.
Who's going to kill the king?
Everybody.
Oh,
You got the whole party over there.
There's a cultist party surrounding the king, and he ain't got many goblin friends around.
we'll see that.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I will give him some credit on that.
All right, so it gets 1, 2, 3.
Looking for. What color are you looking for? What color are you looking for?
Greens.
Greens.
Greens. I'm just letting everybody know.
Yeah, I know. But I'm looking at you and I'm trying to channel your energy right now.
Oh.
Because had you been playing the fairies, I would call catastrophe.
All right, and the catastrophe that's gonna make was it? Go ahead and read. What's catastrophe do?
So what the catastrophe is going to do, it's going to where is that? The character slain, then the target loses possession of 1 moonstone they are carrying, placed in base contact with the target at the depth of 1.
Okay, I will accept that. And so Joby, it's gonna drop 1, depth of 1, and so Will, since he's the active player, he chooses where the stone goes,
We're gonna put it right here.
and then Joby goes away.
And Joby dies.
Yep.
We're okay with.
Cool. Interesting.
Okie dokie. All right, so we'll go with Luby. I can whack the mortician.
You can.
I can also whack the king.
What else are you within for?
I can jog.
All right, you can.
3 inches is a long distance.
You can whack the king.
I can whack the king. I can also whack Doug too.
You can.
How much energy does Doug have? Or wounds? No
None.
wounds? What have my cultists been doing this whole time? Should like just trying to give out ice cream, I guess, right?
You've been giving out energy and energy and energy. Voices.
This should be -2 there. We're gonna hit the mortician with
He's
Lubar.
not trying to whack the mortician.
Yep.
That's an interesting choice, but I know why.
He doesn't want me to bring nobody back.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the mortician, that puts him in a pretty good spot.
Well, he used mortician to just completely shut Klaus out the entire turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he shut Klaus out and being able to manipulate the activation tree.
Luby. You got Morty.
Mortician gets how many cards?
Just a couple.
No, literally just a couple.
How many cards would Doug be drawing right now? He's -1 melee, -1, just -2, huh? So he'd be drawing 2 cards.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So end of mortician. All right. So I'm drawing a base set of 3, but I'm -1 for Doug, +2 for attacking.
Mortician is 2.
Hold on. Sorry.
What is the rich signature?
Sweeping cut.
Mortician signature?
Low guard.
No.
So I have a falling swing. Let's see. Make sure that we're So falling swing, rising attack, high guard, low guard. Again, I'm a predictable combatant, so that's why I'm showing my cards.
Yeah, he doesn't do it just for fun.
And so Mortician, his signature move is a low guard. What does low guard do for Mortician?
Play dead.
Play dead. And that, what does that do?
And you can't target him no more.
Okay.
And no damage across the board, or you still take the damage?
You still take the damage.
Okay.
You just can't. He's going to target this model with actions.
I asked because the fairies have that whole "don't do anything to me."
All right.
Choices. Have tons of choices. 3 cards, 2 cards.
Good for Mortician. Yes.
All right. So falling swing versus low guard. It's going to hurt. That's going to be so falling swing versus low guard is 2. And he's +2 to impact, so 4 damage.
4 damage.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but I will play dead.
Yep. So 2, 3, 4. And just so play dead. You have a token in there somewhere, but anyway, so I can't target the Mortician again. So I can't use Lunar to attack Morty again. But the important thing is I took him down a bracket, so he's only getting 1 energy, and then maybe +1 for Joby. So he's only getting 2 energy, which is less than he needs for Rigor Mortis.
Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
All right, and now we're gonna jog with Lubar. So we're gonna come around right here, stay in contact, and I'm gonna hit the king.
I'm gonna hit the king.
Yeah, that's fair. 3 inches.
But are we? No, I think I don't know.
I don't
And
think
that's
you're getting
that
that.
too. Yeah.
Okay. We're okay with that.
All right.
You're okay with it.
We are.
All right. So I'm gonna put the king. King's already up there. So the king is gonna be -1 for Klaus. So I'm drawing 1, 2, -1 for Doug, +2. So I'm drawing 4 cards.
Pull them down just a little bit.
Okay, and the king
Let's
gets
see the stats of the mana.
1, 2.
And we see the hand.
So I'm showing Will. So I have 2 thrusts and 2 sweeping cuts. And just a reminder, Lubard's signature move is on a sweeping cuts. This means enemies cannot play in-step effects. But if I was in an inch, I would do possibly some extra damage if I play sweeping cut. If I play sweeping
And you
cut.
can only do what type damage here?
I do +2 to impact. I do all types of damage.
And you have what? What do you? I see it.
Double crits.
Oh, you don't have the counter to thrust?
Double crits.
Hold on, I gotta see here.
It's called double crits.
The
It's called
king.
double crits.
That's what I'm just going to call that. I'm just going to call that double crits. So many choices.
The blind giant just. There you go.
I feel like I'm gonna blindly pick here.
Oh,
No.
you're not blindly picking. All right, what do we got? Jibble, the rust into low guard.
It probably just does 1, right? Oh, and I got another one. All right, so we're gonna make that a critical. So you would take 2 damage if you choose.
Does the Goblin King want to take 2 damage, or does he want to pass that off?
Oh, can you pass it off every time? Once a turn.
Yeah, once per turn. What's it called? Royal privilege? Well, what is yeah, once per turn, as long as the target is friendly is within line of sight and 4 inches, you can pass all the damage to that character.
Oof.
And I'm blocking line of sight to Doug right now. I'll just point that out.
No, you are.
Okay. All right. All right. So 2 damage coming in hot.
Yeah. We'll do we want to pass it off? Yeah, we'll go ahead and
Choices.
yeah, victim choices. He'll take it. Why not? He'll take it. So Goblin King will take it.
He will take it.
He will take it.
That's Lubar.
Last activation, sir.
Tax collector is just going to say And heal
So-
the Goblin King.
I'll just real quick for before Will activates. So if Will wanted to use Swift, this would be the last time for him to use Swift. So you can only use Swift as a reaction step, not as a normal step. So if you want to do that, the 2-inch move, this would be the time to do it before you activate.
That's a good thing to think about. And that 2-inch move, that
Yeah. So this would be officially my activation hasn't in it. I just finished attacking Lubart or with Lubart. So Will has an opportunity to do a reaction step, and because the attack character has Swift, so it's a once per turn ability, you can do a 2-inch. 2-inch
will do
reaction.
that, so should pay 1.
And if you end on that wood patch, you got to pay 1 to get off of it. Yeah, so she's gonna have to. That's fine. You can go on the wood patch. I'm suggesting that as something you can do. You don't have to. You don't have to
I
do
don't want
that.
to do that though.
You don't have to do the Swift. You don't want to. Up to you. It's just I'm putting it out there as something you can do.
Because a lot of times characters don't have the Swift, and that's a really nice.
Yeah, it's only a reaction. You can do. So you could do that and then step to get out of the patch.
Or you can heal the king. Stick
Yeah.
with the original plan. You just said before.
Okay, yeah. The wheel's turning. The goblins are scheming. They
We are. Actually, we're not going to do that. What we're going to actually do is use 3 to heal Mortician.
all right. And what is that ability?
Yeah.
It's 8.
8?
So basically, I'm just going to income tax Mortician. I'm just going to heal him too.
What does that come text you?
So income tax, you heal 2 plus X, where X is the number of moonstones that the goblin is carrying.
So you,
I'm sorry, rebate. I'm sorry, it's rebate.
Oh, she don't even draw cards.
No, it's all.
Heal 2.
Yeah, and it scales with the number of moonstones they carry. So right now it'd be 0 plus 2.
So she's just going to heal him too.
Yep. And basically, Will's putting them back above the. I'm gonna zap your energy range.
And then tax collector is actually thinking about just staying there.
Cool.
I'm gonna react with Reagan, real quick. So Reagan's gonna move an inch to touch the moonstone there. There. It doesn't matter which direction to go. She's fine there, really. Because I still have Kavanaugh to go. So I'm gonna move. So she's here. I'm just gonna move an inch closer this way. I just want to contest this. I don't want you to
Get it?
get it. Yeah. So inch is not enough to touch it on this side. So they'll spend 1 as reaction step. And I got the clown left.
Okay.
So since Will has used the king's energy thing, I'm considering if I can get Kavanaugh over there for
To
a
the
quick
clown?
little swipe
On
on the king.
okay.
Yeah.
And king would be
the
minus.
king -2.
It'd be -2 right now. Yep.
I see. Yeah, I would. And that means I draw 1 card.
All right. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna.
Everybody wants to kill the king.
All right. So I did a jog with Kavanaugh. Let me put Kavanaugh's card up here, and I'm gonna swing into the king. This is an opportunity. Hopefully something happens here. So I'm gonna put king up there. So king has no wounds on him, right? How many wounds does king have it on? Do you have?
He's got 2.
He has
He's got
2.
2. Okay.
He's got 2.
2. That was from Lubart earlier,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Kavanaugh is gonna attack into the king. All right, so Kavanaugh has a base melee set of 3, but he's going to be -1 for tax collector, so I'm drawing 1, 2, plus 2, so I'm drawing 4 cards.
Y'all have done some of the most combat with the least amount of cards I've ever seen.
And no, it's just 1 over there, huh?
Just 1.
All right, what's on? Don't. Okay,
How much damage does Kavanaugh have on him?
he's got 5 wounds on him. All right, here we go. Thrust. All right, so we'll do the clown's damage real quick. So thrust into rising attack does 2 plus 2, so 4.
4?
Yep, and then Goblin King is going to do against rising or thrust You're gonna do 1 plus 2, but minus 1, right? So do 2.
Mm-hmm.
So Kavanaugh takes 2, and then Goblin King takes 4. You passed it already, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you took it.
I took
Yeah,
it.
you took it.
Oh, all right.
Goblin King's gonna put that on Mortician. I do want to put that on Mortician. At this point, actually, it doesn't really matter. I'm put on Tax Collector.
All right. And so how many wounds does tax
She
collector have?
has 2 left.
2 left. 1, 2. All right. So
Oh yeah, I do have to have line of sight. But I do have line of sight to Doug though.
so you don't have line of sight. So what they're checking was line of sight to tax collector. So the
You
way
got it to Doug.
Well, that little gap,
so yeah,
they're not in base contact, right?
Yeah, they're in base
you
contact.
can't.
They were.
But you still can't see through that. I don't think. It'd be from like this way. You could
That's
see.
why he
through it.
didn't let you pass the
Yeah, yeah. You couldn't pass it, Doug.
So like if I was to go right there.
You're just gonna cross all those bases.
Yeah.
So it's so.
Alright, I'll put on Mortician.
No, you're good. I just
Yeah. So
he moved it. I don't think you really meant to block the line of sight. But it was pretty good.
So what Kavanaugh did, he stepped in front of tax collector to block line of sight. Klaus and Lubard are kind of crowding the king as well.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get the wound count here. So Goblin King, he has 2, and he's now passed it on to who's he passing on to?
Mortician.
Mortician. All right, so tax collector should have how many wounds?
She's actually what?
She took a hit or no?
Yeah, so she just had 1 wound on her.
No, she has 1.
She has one.
Because he passed 4 earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and then Mortician has how many wounds on him?
He has 1 health left.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the reason I'm asking, so we're keeping like 2 sets of cards here, so I'm just keeping it, trying to keep them.
That way we're not having to hand him across.
Yeah.
Normally he's having to hand me all the cards, and I'm forgetting to mark. Like we caught one of our own where I messed up marking. Now I was like, oh, that messed it up.
All right, so that was Kavanaugh. All right, this is the critical
This is turn 4.
turn 4, yeah,
So tax
Four.
collector
And-
gets
and everybody's pretty beat up right now.
how much? I mean, health. How much health is Cap? That
Daniel has 1. There's 1.
him 1,
Oh, Kavanaugh, he has 3 left.
3 left.
Yep.
So he gets 2. Goblin King gets 3. And Doug, the pug has all 4.
Where's Joe? He's somewhere. Where's Joby at?
Joby's he's slain right
Oh,
now.
he's slain behind the building.
Yeah, so Mortician's gonna get +1 his energy, so normally 1, but that's why he has an additional 1.
Yeah.
Klaus is gonna get 2 and 3.
Right now, energy is going out. Everybody's checking wound counts. Your big stick Doug's been able to keep all his energy. He's just been sitting in the middle, like chilling like a villain.
All right, and so replenish. Need to pick somebody to pass an energy to. I think I'm gonna pass that energy onto Lubard. Actually, I don't have line of sight, so I can't pass it on to Lubard. He's still 4 inches away. Leave. Horn front. So I can give it to Klaus. And pretty sure I don't have line of sight.
Yeah. Same concept as.
We get the laser pointer out. Let me like.
Line of sight too.
we're playing for keeps over here.
I mean, they have went full ham on this.
No,
We're gonna. What do you think?
I mean, it's the same situation I had, right?
I can see base. Oh, we'll let Nathan call. We'll get.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so here's the contention here. So Kavanaugh, so we're looking at line of sight from Brother Daniel to Lubard, is what we're looking at. Brother Daniel Lubard. So
I know. I'm checking.
yeah, so Brother Daniel has the ability to pass energy. So as long as the base can see a base. So these guys are in front of each other.
All right, we're gonna do it an old-fashioned way.
We're gonna pass it on to Klaus. Is what we're gonna do.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, otherwise you just roll the dice, evens, you get odds, you don't.
No. So
That's the only way I know to do that way.
I can tell you the king definitely can't see Doug, but Brother Daniel, I think he's pretty close to death, so maybe he's just seeing the light right now, right? It's just
I don't know.
He's seeing something shiny. Something shiny.
So he passed.
it's all right. So let's roll for straight roll for initiative.
Oh, okay. Words.
All right, there you go. 1. All right.
What I do here? What I do? I need you to drop that moonstone. I think it's last turn.
Mhm.
I gotta be smart. Or I make you.
What? Oh, they're now really thinking this quiet.
Yeah,
Dead time. Dead
I'm
time.
thinking here.
All right. So we'll roll the 4, so he has initiative.
Oh no.
Now, so if this was ultra competitive, I would run with Goblin King and make him
Did you get your cards out of it?
make some decisions here. But
I
the
don't
Goblin
wanna get your
King
cards.
says
You got 'em.
he won't run. Not at all. With the Goblin King, what he's not going to do, we're gonna go with Doug. We'll go with Doug.
He always goes to Doug.
We'll go with Doug.
So I've been made fun of on this stream for
Oh, no, no, you
bringing
bringing Eric all the time.
Eric, but but Douglas is in every single. It should be in every single goblin list.
We're gonna attack Daniel.
All right.
I love it. I love it.
So -2.
-2. Yep.
Wait, look, pretty soon you're gonna make fun of me for Diana.
I don't have to be -2.
So what Will could do is he could do. What are things you could do to get out of range?
So I can charge. That still make me -2 though, because I will stop on the moonstone.
Mm-hmm. Because the charges are direct.
Yeah, direct line. So I'll still be -2, but we're gonna go ahead and kill Daniel. Hopefully, right? That's it.
That's it.
How much health does Lunar have on him?
Lubard has quite a bit still, so he's got 10.
We'll go ahead and try to kill Daniel.
Yep.
So you want to cut?
Nope.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm just 2. Let me put Brother Daniel up there. So Brother Daniel has 1 wound left. So Will could have charged in there and done a guaranteed 1 damage on a rising attack, but he chose. He's trying to get. The goblins are being a little greedy right now.
Not really.
I'm going to go for it with Brother Daniel, I believe. Yes, I'm going to go for it.
Okay.
You want to go for it?
You looking for that stupid thing of I get what he's trying to do. Okay, no, I'm not.
I'm going to go for it.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
I have a feeling the reason why I don't want to go for it, because if I do happen to kill him, I want to try to, but I think he's trying to reduce my melee.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's
All right. Well, I think Brother Daniel's going to die.
Oh,
He's
no.
what? He's
Oh, no.
Brother Daniel played a high guard against Douglas's
falling
flying
swing.
swing. I don't have anything to follow that up with because I'm
Yeah.
out of range. Well, I'm at 2-inch range. Just check. I should be just out, right? Should be just out.
Just out.
Yeah. All right.
Wow, what a call.
How much damage does
Oh, hey, you keep going in, Daniel.
I'm gonna pay 1 a step.
Okay.
I just flipped it back just a tad bit, but
And Reagan.
I'm gonna pay 1 a step this way. So, should put him.
Doug is just all up in the middle of that. Oh, Doug is coming out. So let me fix the camera, folks.
And I'm
Turn Doug towards the camera. Let him face the camera or face Brother Daniel. All right, who you going after next?
he's just gonna pass gas.
The fast guess. Okay. So what's fast gas do?
That's going to deal 2 magical damage to everybody in a 2-inch pulse.
Okay.
So Lubert, Reagan, Klaus, and it's going to kill.
Okay. We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you.
I'll go from the tip.
Yeah,
Right
Yeah,
here.
you're still up.
Up to.
Just fair, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna scoot Doug up. There he goes. All right. All right. So let's do the ones real quick. So go ahead. I'm gonna put 2 wounds onto Douglas.
Doug gets 2.
So it's magic damage. So his armor
I
doesn't.
can't
Yep.
reduce it. If it does beak, I'll reduce it.
So Brother Daniel's within range. So he's gonna be slain, and he's gonna drop a moonstone. So Will gets to pick where you want to put that.
Ooh.
And then Reagan's gonna take 2 wounds.
2 damage.
2 magic damage. 2 magic
I
damage.
thought it was 1 magic.
2.
And then so Klaus, he has protection. So the first time he takes damage, protection goes away. Lubar's going to take 2. And then Reagan's going to take 2. Which I already
You've
did.
already done that. Yep.
And anything else from Douglas?
There's
That was
nothing.
enough to.
Yeah,
enough.
that was enough.
All right, Brother Daniel, he's going to ring his bell over here, next to the most wanted Doug sign. Oh. Okay. All right, so he's going to ring his bell somewhere else. All right. What do I want to do now?
Interesting.
I think we'll go with Kavanaugh. Yeah, we'll go with Kavanaugh.
All right. Take my energy.
All right. So we're gonna activate Kavanaugh. So let me get Kavanaugh's card up there. So he just took 2 magic damage from. No, did I take 2 magic? Okay.
No, he didn't take.
Oh, it's from last round
Yeah.
combat. Okay. All right. So I think I'm gonna attack. I think I'm gonna attack the king.
The king, baby. Bring it.
That's
Bring it.
fair. That's fair.
I need Kavanaugh to die.
I get 1 card.
I get 1 card.
Yes.
And then
This game is going to be very
all
interesting.
right, so we're drawing base set of 3, but -1 for tax collector, +2 for attacker. So I'm gonna draw 4. And just to remind the stream, so Kavanaugh has a rising tech signature move which steals energy. Goblin King has a falling swing that just does a ton of damage. Do you want to go for it? I guess I need to decide if I want to go for it. I'm going to spend 1 to go for it.
Oh, these are choices.
Yeah, he's trying to steal my energy.
I'm going to spend 1 to go for it. Do you want to spend 1 to go as well? You join the party here.
Yes, I will. Let's kill that stinking thing.
They are looking at cards, checking data. The interesting.
All right.
And
And it. Oh, this way. Right there. All right. Hold on. We're gonna do that. We're gonna make it a signature. All right, and then your this deals against Logard nil because he's gonna counter it. So no damage right now. So Will's gonna choose a card to counter this.
I got super cut, so it's not.
Sweeping cuts.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't deal damage.
That's
Yeah.
But you do lose 2 energy.
I do. So that's his energy.
So the way Kavanaugh's card reads, so the enemy discards 1 energy if able. Target friendly character within 6 inches gains +1 energy. So I can actually put it on Kavanaugh. I'm kind of considering that. Do I just go into tax collector to double down? I still have 1 attack left. I'm actually going to give that to and because it's critical, it multiplies out, so I'm able to take 2 energy. I'm going to give that to Lubar. Or do I give it to Klaus too? Give it to Lubar. Right there. Yep, that's what we'll do.
All right.
All right.
1 energy with Kavanaugh.
You got 1 energy.
Actually,
I didn't. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, you have reaction. Yep.
I do have reaction. I'm going to react with tax collector.
Yep.
And the patch.
Yeah.
And again, the reason Will was able to do so he did a 2-inch reaction step, so it's a swift reaction. It's a 2-inch, and that's only as a reaction step. She's got 2 energy left. Do I just keep going into the king?
You can try.
Interesting.
I think we gotta. I'm trying to take off.
If you don't mind, can I?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. So remember, you just got to step out of it to get out of it. So.
Will's thinking where he wants to be in this wooded patch of briars.
Just trying to see.
Yep.
Nah, we'll just go ahead and put it back right here.
Oh, is that?
So so the reason. So you're gonna talk about the reason why you did that?
Well, you're contested. Well, he was already contested with Doug, but the thing is, stop you from stepping and trying to. I guess you can still kind of jog up there and get that moonstone if need be, but the goal is to try to just put a little pressure on Reagan.
And then, if everybody wants to know why he is wondering how far to go back, he's seeing if he could split 1-to-1, so Kavanaugh doesn't get the full amount of swings he's about to get if he goes into the key.
Yeah.
That was where, if everybody's wondering why he's trying to come back, because you were looking, can I split the difference of 1-and-1 to engage Kavanaugh to shut down the thing?
Right.
There was another reason why I was doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, share with him.
Well, I was looking at just in case the king does get slain, she can put the moonstone in base contact with her. But the issue is she's still in the patch, so that wouldn't have. Well, I guess I could have.
You have line of sight outside the. If you're in the patch, people can see in and out of it.
So I guess I could have stepped right here. Well, I wouldn't have line of sight.
Yeah, you got to go that way into the patch, I guess, a little bit.
Well, I could have stepped right here and possibly put the moonstone right here and pick it up, but I'm not gonna worry about that.
Cool. There's a lot of goblin shenanigans with it, so that's why
Yeah.
it's figuring out those pieces.
All right. So we're gonna go with. So Kavanaugh has a jog left. Because Will did that, I'm gonna jog Kavanaugh to block line of sight to tax collector. So I'm gonna ever so gently. He's gonna do a somersault, just right here, or a little cartwheel. It's coming right here, and he's gonna block line of sight. And so the intent is that the bases are lined up. So I'm blocking line of sight. So however I can do that, Will. You agree that's acceptable?
Yeah, you can block line of
All right.
sight text for it.
All right.
The other way.
So I can deal. I mean, I want him to deal damage to either Doug or Mortician too. And I also don't want him to do the income tax, what he was just referring to. And I do want the king to at least use up his bodyguard. So for 1 energy, I'm going to do an attack again.
Okay.
Same as before.
No,
Drawing
more.
Yep. Oh, I'm drawing my full melee stat.
You are.
So So I'm up to 5 cards now.
Mhm.
So 1, 2, 3 plus 2, and then you're -2.
It's a beautiful one card. Issue. Will made a sound if y'all didn't catch that. He is super excited about this one card. I've come to realize if I got one card and I can't even go for it, I don't even look at it. I'm making a surprise for all. Hey! It's like that movie Maverick where he pulls that ace and tosses it. That's what we get. Oh,
You're gonna be all right, Will. Don't worry about it.
I doubt it, but here you go. Somebody.
Sometimes it's better to have one card. You don't have to make a decision, right? So,
like, well, if you say so.
all right, we're gonna go with this.
All right, what's happening?
All right, so
Here we
here's
go.
This, and then this.
What do you got?
I got 2 sweeping cuts versus falling swing.
And I got 1 falling swing.
So I'll do my damage first, and I'll go to you. So sweeping versus rising does 2/4. It's gonna do 4 damage.
No, it's versus falling.
Against falling. Sorry. So 4. You have 2/4. And then falling versus sweeping is gonna do 3 plus 2 minus 1, right?
Yeah.
So I'll do a 4,
Deal 4. Oh, does the king want to take that?
and that'll get rid of Kavanaugh. So Kavanaugh had 3 left.
King will take it.
King will take 4. He's gonna take 4.
He will.
He's got 1 left.
He has no one say for it. Yeah, he got one left. He can be fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm trying to get the king to
Yeah.
lose his once per
turn.
once per
Yeah.
turn. Yep. So Kavanaugh, he's gonna just go hang out. All right, it's Kavanaugh.
No, we are engaged there. Okay, I'll go Mortician.
Mhm.
You'll pay 2 to heal Goblin King.
Okay.
2 to heal the Goblin King. How many arcanes do you get? 4 -1?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because you're with an inch. I always forget that inch part.
Cut.
Horrible.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Any blues, right?
Blues.
6.
I always try to remember blues or heals.
Blue 2.
That'll heal Goblin King 3.
Mm-hmm.
Go bluff. Blue 2. All right, so show it on the card. All right, yeah, so leave it right there. All right, so Goblin King's gonna heal 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. You gonna do anything else?
No.
No.
No. I wish I could. Then he's gonna bring back Joby. Because Joby wants to come back.
Mhm.
Joby right here. Yeah, Joby's. Is he gonna be right there, or is he gonna be right here? I think Joby might just, because you're gonna whack. Yeah, Joby, he'll be right there. We're fine.
You need the rest.
You gonna jog with Mortician or anything like that?
Good old Mort. Well, I had
It's the last
I have to
turn.
jog into
to
it.
jog into you, so
Because you're 3-inch range.
it might not be the last turn. We'll see. If you don't kill Goblin King, yeah, last turn. But we'll see what happens, right?
Hmm.
Maybe they're shuffling the magic deck. Let me go ahead and shuffling the combat. Yes.
All right, only got 3 characters left.
He only has 2 characters left.
Well, I still have Goblin King, though I don't have.
Do you want to? Oh, it's too late now. Goblin King's already. Right, he's way gone. It's been a long time ago.
I have no energy, but I can still jog with him. But I have to jog to these guys. So yeah, well, let's see what he does. Let's see.
We can run down.
Choices. I like it.
So, what the things that I'm considering? So, Lubar has an ability to pull character in, and so I'm thinking about activating Lubar and trying to put him in a position where I can potentially yank Goblin King or somebody else, just so they're not line of sight. With King, and I'm thinking about whacking the King. So the King is not moving anywhere. So the tax collector, she has 2 energy left, and so normally she'd be able to do a rebate, which could move somebody towards her or give a heal. So I'm not too worried about that. So that's kind of that's what I'm considering right now, is what to do with that. If I go with Klaus, he can run in and just he can do damage. So those are things that are running through my mind right now. So I think I'm gonna go with Claustopher.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's gonna hit the king. I know. I wish I could like jog further, but I'm locked up with Doug right now, so I can't jog further away.
Interesting concept. So jog is you have to move closer to the 2 units you're engaged with, and since they're on parallel or opposite sides of you,
Yeah.
you can't go either direction.
That's right. Yeah. So All right, so we're gonna spend one to attack the king.
All right.
Right. So Klaus is getting egged on by the remaining cultist here. So he's base side of 3. He's gonna be -1 for Doug. He's gonna be +2 for attacking and +2 for the cultist next time.
That's crazy.
King gets 2 cards though.
Or 2 cards because you're -1.
Mm. How many does Klaus have to go?
He has 5 remaining.
Mm.
Interest. This is the first time I've seen him have that many cards in his hand. Though. That's
It's been a while.
yeah, I was gonna say it's normally like 4-1, 3-1. I'm like, oh my gosh. Will's got 2. Dave's got 7. All right. And boom! It's a rising attack versus a rising attack.
And then I've got another one here. Good measure. All right,
How does that work out?
All right, so rising attack versus rising attack. We don't do a whole lot to each other, but I do 1, 2 because crit and +2, so it's 4 damage. Do Goblin King. Do you want to keep that or distribute that?
I can't keep that, so I definitely have to put that on Joby.
Joby took a ball.
All right, and then Goblin King is going to do 1 + 2 is 3, but -1 because he's a weakling, so he does 2
That's 2.
plus. All right, I'm going to march the moons real quick.
Yeah, do that.
All right, so you did 2 to Klaus, 1, 2.
All right.
And then
King-
Joby took how many? 4?
Mm-hmm.
4. All right, and we're going to go again.
Klaus has how many left? That
Klaus has 3 wounds plus his flip a card and don't die.
card, don't die. So
Oh.
I wasn't thinking. Yeah, I probably should put that on there. It is what it is.
It's all right.
Joby wants to die regardless, right?
Joby.
He was supposed to die. That sounds normal.
How many? So, let's see. Hold on. Do I want to take Douglas now?
That would be a big mistake. You call yourself attacking the plug.
That's what's holding me from going forward.
Yeah, that's
Right
why
now.
I'm sitting there going, why if you put it on Doug, you just give him stones.
Yeah, that would have hurt. That would have been some damage you put on Doug, right?
Yeah, but now the king doesn't have protection.
He doesn't.
Or his bodyguard.
So you kill King, I'm okay because that means you can't get the stone.
Maybe with Luby.
Maybe.
Maybe with Luby.
All right.
Okay. Doug, can't believe Doug only has 2 wounds on him.
That's Doug, man.
It's unbelievable. He did all his foul gas business.
Just trying to figure out where that attack's going, right?
Yeah. We're in range of her? Or is it just up? Just up.
Now I'm going to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to mess with the game, but this is one of those things because I really want people to understand this.
Yeah.
Based on where you're setting, I'm not
Mhm.
trying to put him in range. Can he technically jog to get in range?
No. Because in order to jog, well,
It could move like
Yeah, he can move
straight
right
this way.
And I want people
Yeah.
to see that because that's a very tricky piece of the engagement piece that really plays a factor if
So-
you can position.
he has to make sure he's closer to everybody. He's
Well, no further away.
no further away, so he would still have to look like.
Like I said, I'm not trying to mess with it. It's just for
Well, I could. I don't know.
not
That's a
bad.
tough one. So am I just barely out? Right.
you're just barely out.
And I could just jog like a centimeter.
Yeah, I guess he can do that. Yeah.
But that's why people understand the jog because it's very interesting because he can't go either one of these ways.
Yeah, I could do that.
He could.
Could do that.
Not trying to change his decision either, but now he's
Yeah, no, I'm worried about that. So I'm more worried about tax guy just scooping up a stone. If I take out the king right now, that's what
because the tactics goes.
She has
place it here.
she has an ability called what's their ability called? I'll put it up there if you want to read it. Well, what does she do?
Or scoop it
Oh, so basically she can do inheritance where she When a friendly character is within 4 in line of sight of slain, you may place a moonstone. The character was in position-based contact with this mob at a depth of 1.
All right, that's what we're gonna do. So we did like the minuscule, the most minuscule jog. We're gonna give the king a reprieve, and we're gonna spend next. So Cost only had 2 energy this turn because he was injured. So I'll spend my final energy to attack tax collector.
Oh wow! He attacks the collector. Okay.
All right, so gonna be 1, 2, and then -2, right?
So you were, yeah.
Be 1 card, and then +2 for each. That kind of changes the
But
math.
you
on
also
that.
attack.
Yeah. So
There's your two
oh
for
yeah,
attack.
yeah. So okay. So right. So I'm melee set of 3, -2 for Doug and the king that are in range, +2 for attacking, and +2 for each cultist within 6 inches. So
The tax
5 cards.
collector is 3 minus 1.
Yep.
All right.
Get rid of this. Oh. Rise and attack. Rise and attack. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Some over here. All right. So Klaus has 2 rising attacks versus 1 sweeping cut. Rising attack versus sweeping does 2, 4, 6.
And I think you 2. That's just enough to kill him.
All right. And then tax collector is
Yeah.
out of range. So, all right.
Well, she doesn't have a stone.
All right. That is Klaus.
2, 4, 6. Oh, 2, 2, and then multiply, and then he's.
Yep. So he's +2 impact damage. And I
Ah,
played have 2 rising attacks, which says 2, 2, and then +2. All right.
cool.
Hmm.
All right, Joby.
Yeah, I have no choice but to go with Joby. And Lubard has a lot of help on him.
What a interesting game.
It is. And I can't get out of the Lubard's range. That's the bad part about it.
I think this game's gonna be 1-0 at the end. Someone's gonna get.
It's going to be 1-0. Only thing, I mean, he's got a choice. But the thing that I find interesting is Luber's got a ton to do, but he's gonna be like, here you go, see what I'm doing.
Well, Joby's going to go, and Joby says, we're just going to go ahead and attack Lubar.
Okay.
Why not, right?
So, let me put Joby's card up there. So Will's trying to do a thing. We'll see if the cards go in his favor.
Oh, is he trying to do something special?
He's trying to do a thing.
What's the thing?
Well, if he knows what it is, I'll let him know what it is.
There you go. Cut it. Slice it, dice it, hand it to him. How many cards does he get?
He gets 4. 1.
But he only has 1 wound left.
1 wound left.
Oh man. That king set him up for failure earlier by dishing him 4.
All right, so Lubard is going to be -1 for Douglas. So I'm just drawing 2. And then I'm going to show Will my cards. So below guard and rising attack. This is for my melee cards.
Guard and rising attack.
Yep. So Joby's signature move is a low attack, a low guard. So low guard is a play dead, so it can't do any actions against him. I guess that's if he's still alive, right?
If he's still
If
alive.
he's still alive. I can only have 2 cards, or how many cards do you have? Just 2? Just 2. All right, here we go. Low guard versus rising attack.
So I repulse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to repulse with a thrust. And I will play dead, right?
Yeah, so so hold on. So you might not be able to counter with the
Oh.
yeah, but you still want to play dead?
Don't want to play dead.
So before you choose to
Oh yeah, because
counter.
you're changing it.
So
I will play dead because that means yeah, I'm gonna play dead. And
yeah, so the reason I like this is what I was kind of hinting at what I was going to do. So what play dead is it prevents your opponent from doing any actions against Joby.
And he's
So Joby's gonna use Joby just to bog down Lubar is what he's gonna do.
Versus you being able to block him and then go.
Yep. So you still got Joby.
yeah, I'm not doing that with Joe. He's not gonna take another action.
He's gonna sit on one energy.
Sit on one energy.
You're not gonna shoot or anything like that, or
Nah, he's still playing dead.
he's still playing dead.
Just lay him there.
All right. All right. So Lubard. All right. So this is just Lubard left? Is that the only person I got left?
And Reagan.
You got Reagan.
Oh, and Reagan. I got all kinds of people then, huh?
Yeah, it's looking good for you.
Well, shoot. Okay.
So as he's thinking, the dilemma he's running into, because I can see this already happened, is Lugar versus Reagan. Which one to activate?
So Will doesn't have any more activations left.
Well, I can.
He's still got a job.
I still can draw Goblin.
Still, well, you can draw closer to. You can draw closer to me.
Yeah, I know.
So we're gonna go ahead and go with Reagan. She's going to. All right, I want to do Lubard because it doesn't matter. Because you're gonna drop stones no matter what, right?
So you say?
So he said.
I mean, that's what this boils down to.
Right. And did you? You did not pass damage earlier.
He did.
I did.
Okay. Okay, so I got to take care of the Goblin King, and the reason I should go with Lubard and not Reagan first is I at least want to get my melee buff up. So Lubard's going to spend 3 and then get 3 energy back for Righteous Fury.
This is strong.
So Righteous Fury again is an ability that gives +1 melee stat, +1 arcane, +1 melee damage. Yeah, it's just to get it for free.
It's 3
thing.
damage, basically, every time he hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he kills Goblin King, he's just
he's got to pick,
he's
yeah.
got to pick up. So
And then just as a reminder, at the beginning of the turn, Kavanaugh went into the king and stole his energy and passed it over to Lubard. That's why Lubard has 4 energy right now.
Yep.
And the thing I forgot to do with Kavanaugh, but it's too late now, is his ability to pass energy for free. And I should have done that, but that's too late now. But until next time. All right.
Well, if he had chose Reagan, he would have been in a bad spot because, in my opinion,
Could have done it.
you may need her.
Yeah, I could have done it into Klaus to do catastrophe, but too late now. All right.
well, I'm out of range. I don't think Goblin King's in range to even attack.
Oh no, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
So
But the thing I can do is I can pull him in. Could pull him in with Lubard has a ability to pull characters in.
Would you pull the king in? Put the kings up there.
So I could.
I mean, the king is the king, and my gosh, it's coming down to the king.
But if I do that, then the king can hit the giant back.
he can. He's a giant killer.
You wanna? I mean, you want to make it a fair? You want to come and fight the
Bring it.
Lubard? All right. So Lubard's gonna use an ability called Haul In for 1 energy. This lets me pull somebody closer. And just before I totally commit to this, I'm gonna. Can I even get a stone in close enough to him? If I do this, no, I don't think I would. I could. So the way Haul In works is move target 2 inches directly towards this model. This character suffers 3 wounds, and if this character is not slain, all other models within 3 inches move 2 inches directly towards this one. So I could pull everybody into Lubard.
Yeah.
I think we're going into. I still got Reagan. Okay, I got Reagan. All right, we're hitting the king. Okay?
I'm sitting there going, you want to be minus how many cards? Pull them in.
We're getting the king. All right, so I'm spinning 1.
Mhm.
So Lubard is melee stat of 3. He's going to be minus 2 for Doug and Joby. But he's going to be +1 for his Righteous Fury. He's going to be +2 for attacking. So he's got 4 cards.
Do you call? Oh, you two, right?
Oh yeah.
You only -1 because of Klaus. This is interesting. And he says, I shall show you all my stuff.
So I have Lubard has a low guard, 2 falling swings, and a sweeping cut.
Okay. But he's holding those two cards. I know it's coming.
So falling swing.
That gets him.
All right.
Does it?
Yeah.
And does Goblin King do any damage on sweeping?
I can't hit you. I'm out of range.
Oh, you're out of range. All right, so yeah, that would do mini.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna set these out of Joby range, preferably. Put these over here.
But you had a guard.
Yeah, I did. And I wish I did.
I was like, man, if he's got the high guard, this is going to be interesting.
There. Put that right
The
there.
king has been slain.
He's been slain.
All right.
You can go for the triple threat.
I mean, I just gotta keep swinging, right? Just gotta keep swinging. All right, so now we're tied 0-0, right?
Oh yeah, but I mean,
So yeah, I can. We could just end it with Reagan taking it, but I can swing with the with Blue Bard some more. But what we'll do, because so Will can't do any more activations. It's right now it's tied 0-0. So what I'm gonna do is Blue Bard is he's just gonna turn to the camera like this. I'm gonna pass, or I'm gonna pass Blue Bard. I'm just gonna go over to Reagan.
step and pick up the stone.
And I'm gonna step and pick up the stone. And so we're gonna step once over here just to get out of range of Douglas. We'll step twice just to make sure. And with our last energy, Reagan's gonna pick up the one moonstone. And
Nothing.
That is
will
crazy.
that'll end the game.
Win the
yeah.
game.
Alrighty, let me flip this here.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm
That's a
going to
good
go here. If you want to stand up, you can both be on the back side towards the wall. I'm going to do it like this. And we'll come around there. We're going to flip. Oh, my goodness.
We're on it. Nathan's coming over. Yeah, so just let you do the reactions.
There you go. There. Reactions, Will Moss. So, end of the game. And by all means, I know I ask questions. It's always hard when I do it, but when it's for this, again, it's not a tournament. It's not that. It's for y'all to watch. And to be honest with you, the game, it's new. It's really, I like it. I say new, you know, they got stuff coming. They've been doing the things, but it's really starting to take hold. And the biggest thing I want to do is always show, hey, understand this piece, understand this concept. So there is some complexity to this game.
Oh yes.
And I think as we dive deeper through these things and we do this, those are the things I want to show so people can understand, oh, here's something I can do here, here's something I can do here. Because to Will's point, I think when we played a couple weeks ago, first time, he said 11, it took forever, but once he figured the goblins out, it was like, boom, now they're rock and rolling, and he won an event with them. Same thing, so he's got to give me that same gusto with the fairies, like, hey, just keep working them, figuring it out. Dave, I mean, he's, less of all, king over here. He didn't bring Eric and still won a game, so we won. Hold on.
Okay.
We did not bring Eric. We got to win, so we want to give him a little clap. Will's smiling because he does.
Oh yeah. If Eric the liar, Eric the betrayer, he's on the table.
It's tough. It's tough. He
I feel Eric.
Yeah.
I don't think has there ever been a game where Eric actually survived against me?
No, Eric's he has a big target on his
Number one
back.
target.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it was really neat seeing those things. I mean, y'all's thoughts on the game. I know y'all play each other a lot. You can see that they do play each other. They have a great time because they start going into thinking mode. So I was trying to keep some things, so I apologize for some of the downtime, but that's just kind of it's different once you put it on camera. So I mean, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys like this. I'm going to compliment Will. He's an excellent Goblin player.
Oh yeah.
But I was only through a lot of losses to the Lesher Vault when I had I think Boris is pretty strong.
Yeah, I didn't. I picked up with Goblin when I got Sharperoon. That's when I started realizing some of the things Goblins can do, and I left Goblin King alone for a long time until the Death and Taxes box came out, and that's when
just enough.
Goblin King shines. And well, I'll let you go ahead and say what
and so I'll so under normal circumstances, Will would have brought probably some damage dealers to the giant. And Lunar Fire Spitter is probably a pretty good counter with that, but just to get you an impression, like this is normal for us. Like our games always come down to last activation. It's usually low scores. There's rarely a blowout. with us. I had a pretty strong front line, but hopefully Will showed you like with movement shenanigans, especially with Doug and Joby, you can move through characters and get to the backline supports. It was only through Kavanaugh still in energy. We're still in energy from each other. So it's still close. I feel like I had a stronger list, like just on paper. But again, it could have gone either way. Joby could have been still in stones, and
Well, honestly, there's one thing I didn't do that if this was ultra competitive, I probably would have been the Chicken King and ran him off. He had 3 stones and
Step, go.
had a wall,
Yeah.
but he's the king and he wanted to pop somebody, so he was able to actually do that. But some other strategies, possibly instead of trying to bring tax collector up to Reagan, I can actually swift her back, or I could have did that the first turn, swift her back, let her sit on 3. Goblin King has 3 stones on him. I could have went with tax collector first last turn, and income tax or rebate Goblin King and move
I was
him
going to say, well,
5
knowing
inches
that, my
towards.
question is knowing that, I was looking at it because I was wondering when you went into the tax collector, I was thinking you were just going to go Goblin King, go ahead full health, because wouldn't he heal 2 plus every moonstone he had?
He would have, but you still have Lubart there that probably would have whacked him.
so
Pretty good.
tax collector. Her ability is it's heal or move, and so what Will's referring to like to help run away, right?
So in turn 3, when I didn't really use the Swift, I could have used it to move backwards and then
just say-
activate her, jog her back. And that's one of the tournament things that I did do with this list.
Yeah.
And what it does is it allows me, when I go next turn, I get Goblin King up out of there, and
Yeah, you got 3 stones, he's running,
gone.
and Doug's sitting in the middle going, you're not.
But for
picking
this
up.
game, there's a lot of animosity here. That clown had to go. He juggling stuff, and the king just doesn't appreciate that. So we had to let him know. And there's Eric watching, and we had to let Eric, the betrayer, know that we don't mess around when he's watching. So
Well, I'm just going to let you know Diana's happy. Thank you for stealing it. Almost.
well, Diana, the fawn got the stone.
I mean, she's like,
She's already stole
yeah, she's got
part of
plans.
moonstone from them. So
She's got her plans.
Yeah.
Final thoughts?
What fun.
fun game as
Yeah.
always. I think had this been, when I saw the giant vicious Sid and Fire Spitter would have been out there because
Yeah, it's
they're
always
Immediately.
It's always the left choice on that one. By all means, anybody that's watched it, thank you for watching it to the end. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit the sub button if you haven't, because my gosh, you've given us a couple hours of your life, so you might as well go ahead and just give me something that's free. That's that sub button. Thank you both for coming on. We'll have him on more. We wanted to get Will on, so he's able to make it out. So thank you, wife. And if you watch this or as you're sitting there listening to it sometime, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Thank you very much. If you let him back out. And of course, always, I don't know if yours watches it, but thank his wife as well for letting him come out and play with me too.
Right.
Appreciate it being on stream. Comments below on things you liked, you didn't like, things you want to see. We do have, between the group, I think we've got most of everything, or we can at least talk some different things. I'm going to do some tactical videos on some different factions. We got some other really cool things coming out, so just stay tuned. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notified. Everyone have a good one.